sucks snot out of her stuffed nose at 3 a.m.
You win.
Love your kids? Love them enough to make sure they're in the right car seat. From toddlers to tweens, visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to find the right seat for their age and size. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The kickoff for Mason Shipley was returned by Andrew Marsh out to the 26-yard line. And a first down play goes to Marsh, and he picks up 8 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2 from the Michigan 34-yard line. Texas up 3-0. And Bryce Underwood rolls out, throws, ball caught across midfield after the catch is Donovan McCulley and in the Texas territory. That goes for 19 yards, so Michigan on the move on its first possession.
Yeah, they roll Underwood out to the left, run pass option, and he finds McCulley.
First down and 10, Michigan at the Texas 47. Shotgun snap, back to Bryce Underwood. Fires over the middle, too high. Intended for Andrew Marsh. It's incomplete. Underwood, 6'4", 228-pound freshman quarterback from Detroit, came in having completed 179 of 293 passes for 2,222 yards, 9 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, completing 61% of his passes. We do not see Jordan Marshall out there, their lead running back. Bryson Kuzdal is out there, the junior from Grand Rapids. So it is now 2nd down and 10 for the Wolverines. Out of the shotgun, Underwood to take the snap. Has it, and before he can get going, there's some movement in the line, and this may cost the Wolverines 5 yards. Referee today is Mike Roach.
False start on the offense, all plays but the center. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So it now becomes 2nd down and 15 for Michigan. And for the Wolverines, Bryson Kuzdal checks back in at running back. Michigan with 3 receivers out wide right, one on the short side of the field, split left. That's the tight end, Marlon Klein. Nearest the boundary out wide right is Samaj Morgan. And Kendrick Bell out there as well as Donovan McCulley. On 2nd down and 15, shotgun snap, back to Underwood with some time. Now dumps it to Kuzdal, tries to turn up field and can only stumble forward to the 46. A good initial hit by Ty Anthony Smith, and then Cade Phillips wrapped him up, and it's a loss of 2. I said Ty Anthony. It was actually Grayson Littleton who hit him first. So Littleton popped him first and then finished off by Phillips. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Wolverines, and they need really close to 18 yards for the first down. The ball is at the Michigan 45-yard line. So on 3rd down and 18, Underwood out of the shotgun, now looks to the side for the updated play call. Drifts back into formation, out of the gun on 3rd down. Has the snap, drops the snap, picked it up, in trouble and sacked. Colin Simmons got him. Once Underwood dropped the snap, he picked it up, Simmons did the rest, and he drops Bryce Underwood for a loss. Backfield afterwards, and it'll bring up 4th down all the way back to the 37-yard line. That's a loss of 9.
Yeah, Underwood thought he would have time maybe to pick it up and at least make a play, and boy, Colin Simmons beat his man, and well, what a year he's had. 12th sack of the season for the sophomore.
Ready to punt the ball is Hudson Hollenbeck, senior transfer. Collierville, Tennessee, started off his collegiate career at Mississippi State, averaging 43 yards per punt. Very high kick away from Niblett, who sees it bounce, and he picks it up on the 10-yard line. Turns outside to the 20, popped hard, and goes down at the 22-yard line, and that's where the Longhorns will have it. Cole Sullivan, sophomore from Pittsburgh, on the tackle. Longhorns will go now back to work. 53-yard punt with a 12-yard return. Will Matthews, how about your thoughts on what you've seen here in the first drive for Texas, and then the defense stepping up after Michigan hit a couple of big strikes early.
Yeah, on the offensive side, me, I always want to see more running game. But the question that I was asking is, can the offensive line protect and can Texas run? And right there we got to see Arch be able to move around, throw the ball the way he would like to, and then also with that nice run from Clark, they're able to run. I'd like to see them double down on the running game, also keep the protection. But on the defensive side, really nice to see so many young players out there. You saw Phillips and Phil Simi and those Black and those guys throughout the season, but now to see them start, you'll get to see them really flex their muscle. Great to see that. You always see Colin Simmons in there causing disruption, and when he does that, it's pretty nuts for the guy to have his 12th sack in his sophomore year. Really, really good. Really, really good on the defensive side. Can't wait to see this game continue to play out today.
Longhorn football is brought to you in part by St. David's Healthcare, an official healthcare provider of Texas athletics. The best is here. Beautiful sun-splashed afternoon here in Orlando as Texas and Michigan meet for the third time in history. Longhorns won the prior two, including their only other postseason meeting, Will Matthews' final collegiate game, January 1st, 2005, there in Pasadena in the Rose Bowl. What's your enduring memory, Will, of that Rose Bowl game, your final game as a Texas Longhorn?
Yeah, I remember being on the sideline for that kick from Mangum at the end of the game, and I had my hands on my knees, bent over, looking, and that thing hit the upright and bounces in, and I hear this, way to go. And I look behind me, and it's Matthew McConaughey. He's riding my back as I'm running out to the field as we win that game. That game has totally shaped my life, and love it. Way to go. I love to get that win and then go play for the Detroit Lions in Michigan, too.
The thing I was thinking about right when it crossed the line is there's a kid, Dusty Mangum, from Mesquite, whose favorite band was Limp Bizkit. It was in the media guide. And we asked him about it after. Yeah, he did. So quite the memories. And then, of course, the Longhorns opening last season, or their second game of the year, by going up to Ann Arbor and really dominating Michigan, winning that game 31-12. So they met two times, and it's two Longhorn victories and a couple memorable matchups between these two. And they're going to meet one more time at least in 2027, even with the changing face of college football and the stated intention of some programs not to schedule tough non-conference games. Sark has said they will honor the back-to-back home-and-home with Ohio State and Michigan, especially since the next two are both in Austin.
That's right.
So Ohio State will be in September of next season, and, of course, it'll be Michigan the following year. All right, Longhorns' second possession. They'll operate from their own 23-yard line. Christian Clark remains the running back. He lines up in the pistol behind Arch Manning, and on first down, Manning off play action under a lot of pressure to get rid of it. It does, but it's incomplete. And rather than take the sack, he was able to get rid of it. Andrews was open, but Arch couldn't get his body turned quick enough to make a more accurate throw.
Yeah, and sometimes an incompletion can turn into a pretty good play, and right there he avoids a huge loss there by being able to get squared up and at least get rid of the ball.
Dalen McCutcheon and Ryan Wingo line up on the short side of the field to the right. Wingo nearest the boundary. Wide left, Parker Livingston. Off the right hash on second down and 10 from the Texas 23. Quick play action and slinging it out the right side. Ball is caught across the 30 as Wingo. And Ryan is close to first down. A gain of about 8. And it'll bring up third down and 2 from the 31. They need the 33-yard line to move the chains.
Yeah, Rolder made a nice play just to keep him from getting the first down. There was a lot of traffic. Longhorns did a nice job of setting that up, getting those linemen out there, but Rolder was able to navigate through it.
Closer to 9 on that play. The ball was out across the 31, so about a yard and a half needed for the first down. Michael Terry about to see his first action in the backfield as a Longhorn. He lines up in the backfield, Manning under center, but he'll hand it off in a fullback spot. It goes nowhere as they try to go to Nick Townsend, and they lost 2 yards. Remember, Nick scored that touchdown against Texas A&M cutting across, but Damon Payne was ready for it, and he drops him for a loss of 2 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Tried to fool him there with that the give to the tight end, Townsend, nothing happening. 2 big negative plays for that Michigan defense. The one on the first drive on second and short, and then here's going to force a punt.
So on to punt is Jack Bowmeister, 6'3", 209-pound senior transfer from Bendigo, Australia. Transferred in from Utah this season, averaging 45 yards per punt. Back deep to receive it for the Wolverines is Andrew Marsh. Texas had picked up 8, but gives back a couple at the punt. It's a line drive kick from Bomeister, and a Longhorn touched it. And it was Warren Roberson who touched it right around the 23-yard line. And so the ball down there, and Michigan will have the football there. Coming up with 7:50 to go here in the first quarter, a 45-yard punt. The score is Texas 3, Michigan nothing here at the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. And Longhorn football continues in a moment.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At St. David's Healthcare, we talk a lot about being the best. It's not just talk. We show it through innovation, hard work, heart, and of course, victories. St. David's Healthcare is proud to be an official healthcare provider of Texas athletics. And as UT Athletic Director Chris Del Conte would say,
the best is here, and together we are changing the world. Hook 'em.
On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. Texas up 3-0 here in Orlando, 7:50 to go in the first half. 2 possessions for the Longhorns. They get the field goal and then a 3-and-out on their second possession. So here comes Michigan. They'll start it from their own 25-yard line. Bryce Underwood was 3 for 4, 24 yards, but a penalty put them behind the chains, and then Colin Simmons with the sack after the drop snap, and Michigan will get their second chance on offense.
Well, we saw a really aggressive Longhorn defense after a couple of nice plays by Michigan, but getting after the Wolverines, and as Roger mentioned, a penalty will really put you behind the chains, and that unleashed Colin Simmons once Underwood dropped that 3rd down snap.
Yeah, it really did. And what I'm just really excited to see is the pass rush of Texas. Michigan has been able to really move Underwood around to try to mitigate for that pass rush. But if we can see a little bit of pass rush, continue to see Colin Simmons do his thing, and then that secondary holding off, we can see some interesting things from the defense. I'm excited today.
Cole Brevard and Murad Watson, the sophomore transfer from Irvington, New Jersey, from Syracuse. They're the interior defensive line. Colin Simmons and Lance Jackson are on the edge. Ty Anthony Smith at the linebacker spot for the Longhorns. 1st down and 10, Michigan off the right hash mark for the Wolverine 25-yard line. Bryce Underwood sends a receiver, a tight end in motion, and on 1st down it is a handoff. Good running room out over the 30 to the 33 for Bryson Cusdahl, the junior from Grand Rapids. Like we said, Jordan Marshall, the leading ground gainer, over 900 rushing yards. So far, anyway, unable to go. They said they would see game time, but he's not out there. Cusdahl ran for 244 yards during the regular season. Picked up 8 there on 1st down.
Well, their center, Greg Crippen, had to come out of the ballgame. He was slow to get up, so they bring a new center here on 2nd down.
It looks like they moved the right guard, Giovanni El Hadi, to the center spot, and Caden Strayhorn at right guard. So now on 2nd down, handoff left side, breaking free out of the 40, and a 1st down was Cusdahl, and Kobe Black makes the tackle. It's a gain of 11. So 1st down and 10 for Michigan. A big run. Wolverines on the move. And on 1st down, again to the ground, again to Cusdahl. Cuts inside for a shorter gain this time. A gain of 4 on the play. It brings up 2nd down. Murad Watson on the tackle. It is Jake Guanera who's gone in on that offensive front into the center spot now. On second down, handoff again. This time the Longhorns are ready. The second man was Brad Spence, but the first guy to get him was Alex January, and they dropped Kuzdal for a loss of a yard.
Well, Longhorns really had to hustle because they made substitutions. Michigan didn't, so they didn't hold it for Texas, just got the guys off, and now nice play by January to force a third down.
3rd and 7 from the Michigan 47-yard line. Andrew Marsh is wide right and a slot right. The tight end Marlon Klein. On the short side of the field, split left, is Donovan McCulley. Out of the shotgun, Bryce Underwood to take the snap. On third down, Underwood, clap of the hands, has the snap. Pressure coming, steps up, got away from one Longhorn, then flags come down.
I think Littleton got the face mask on the blitz.
Yeah, Grayson got him. It looked like after a gain of 2, but it might have been a face mask. Lance Jackson was there as well. And now we'll get the call from our referee.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 29. 15-yard penalty automatic, first down.
Wow, it's a shame, too. And the hand just kind of randomly went up there, and that's a shame because they had Underwood stop short, but it's a 15-yard walk-off and a first down for the Wolverines.
Yep, they were going to get him regardless of the face mask. So now Michigan all the way down just outside the 35-yard line to Texas.
So first down for Michigan. The ball at the Longhorn 36-yard line. 5 minutes, 40 seconds and counting on the rolling clock here in the first quarter. Michigan with another new running back out there. And on first down and 10 for the Wolverines, it's a quick pass. It's going to be a double pass, a backward pass, throw downfield, and it's incomplete. As Jelani McDonald had the coverage on the tight end Marlon Klein. They went outside to Samaj Morgan to throw the double pass, and it's incomplete.
Well, you don't usually see the second passer, Morgan, have so much time to survey the field, just kind of misfired.
So it is second down. Micah Kapana is the running back, and now he shifts out, and Michigan will send 4 receivers out wide left and one on the short side to the right out of an empty set. Shotgun snap. Underwood rolling right, being chased, backs up, he'll go down. Sacked by Bo Barnes. Barnes with his first collegiate sack, and he drops him for a loss of 9.
Yeah, great job. Travis Shaw got it started, then Barnes came in, and Underwood kind of made a business decision there. He turned and kind of crumbled a little bit. He wasn't going to take on 2 Longhorns there, and that's a huge play for this Texas defense.
They'll mark him down at the 44, Texas, so call it a loss of 8. Now it's third down and 18 for Michigan. Underwood out of the shotgun, 3 receivers out wide left, 1 on the short side of the field, split right. Kuzdal, the running back, and on third down, quick swing pass out to the left side. Ball caught at the 45, outside, but the Longhorns able to trip up Samaj Morgan. Jelani McDonald got him. It's a gain of 8 or 9 yards, depending on the spot. Looks like 9 yards down to the 35-yard line, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, it did enough to get them into at least a field goal attempt here, but boy, that was a nice shoestring tackle by Jelani McDonald, or that might have gone for a first down.
It's going to be a 53-yard try for Dominic Zavada, who's hit from as long as 56. Senior from Chandler, Arizona, began his collegiate career at Arkansas State. 53-yard field goal try from the left hash, and the kick on the way. There's a flag down. The kick is good. I think the flag was going to be on Ryan Niblett, who was trying to race in to block it. It was offsides, but Michigan, I'm sure, won't take points off the board here.
Deep in his own end zone, and he fumbles the football. It's on the ground, and I believe the Wolverines have dove on it and coming up, who knocked it free, and Michigan has recovered the football deep in Texas territory.
There we go.
Cole Sullivan. Cole Sullivan, his 3rd forced fumble of the year. And how about Kerry Combs? He's been here for a matter of weeks, and his special teams comes up with a forced fumble.
Yeah, I would compare Cole Sullivan and what he does for this team as a linebacker a lot to what we see Jack Campbell do with the Lions. Jack is one of those guys that's running down on special teams. Cole Sullivan, he's fast, he's aggressive, he's got a great nose for the ball. Really excited that he's such a young player and is so productive.
TJ Metcalf recovered that fumble, and Michigan's got it 1st and 10 from the 3-3 game, 3:56 to go first quarter. Cusdall in the backfield next to Bryce Underwood, who takes the snap, back to pass, looking, fires, and it's incomplete behind his intended receiver, Marlon Klein. John, you didn't like something there?
No, I just didn't like the read. He's got Bryson Cusdall coming underneath, and Marlon Klein runs everybody off. Bryson Cusdall comes underneath. It should have been a nice, easy dump off to him. You would have picked up a first down. Instead, we've got an incompletion to a receiver that wasn't even open. 2nd and 10,
2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Klein tight end right. Cusdall in the backfield. Underwood takes. Inside handoff. Bryson Cusdall, a little bit of room across the 20 down to the 19. That'll go for 4 yards and set up a 3rd down and makeable.
Like this, they're going to be able to get yardage on the ground. Texas, I think the position that was affected the most might have been linebacker. Not a starting linebacker left in the bunch.
3rd and 6. Michigan quickly goes to the line of scrimmage. Underwood looks to the sideline, moves Cusdall from right to left, and now ready to go on this 3rd and 6. Back to pass, fires it towards the end zone, and it is batted away at the last second. Did Kendrick Bell come up with it?
He did. He caught it, but I think he was out of bounds.
Oh, like 6. Kobe Black got his hand on it, but Kendrick Bell catches it. We await the replay. There's not much of an argument coming from Kendrick. We're looking down at this one, and that's awfully close.
I think he got a foot in.
Is his
a foot and a shin?
Now the Wolverines are saying touchdown.
Does he have possession of the ball?
I hope so for Kendrick's sake. Did his toe hit before his knee?
His toe hits before, but I don't know if he has possession of the ball when it hits.
Oh, for Kendrick Bell, he's got 1 catch this year for 30 yards back against New Mexico. Of course, the brother of Ronnie, his twin brother, Marquise, plays basketball in Southeast Missouri. Wolverines are signaling touchdown. I don't know. They're going to have to. It's going to get reviewed. Mike Roche goes under the hood to look at this one.
Hopefully the ball didn't bobble at any point. That'll give him a better chance.
Yeah, all we're seeing on the review is the initial, toe down, catch made, but...
It's a bowl game. Just give him the touchdown. Come on now, let's go. What are we doing here?
I will say that certain guys, you can put them anywhere and they thrive. That's Cole Sullivan. You put him on special teams, defense, tight end, it doesn't matter. Playmakers are going to make plays. That dude is unbelievable.
Forced the fumble. We mentioned already that he's taken the lead in special teams tackles. Boy, this is going to be a close call.
Yeah, because they keep pausing it.
That's catch there. Yeah, if that ball doesn't move, that's a touchdown.
The replay official is Bill Stemmel. I talked to him before the game. He said, if I make a bad call, my name's not Bill, it's Fred.
Well, Fred, we need to talk to you, buddy.
Yeah.
I had to get the pronunciation of Mike Roche, and Bill had that joke for me. But we'll see. He's got a tough call here. He, of course, consulting with the lead official, Mike Roche, under the hood. I'd be so happy for Kendrick if this is a touchdown. How much do you think Ronnie's yelling at his TV right now?
You know he's watching, that's for sure. And it's just going to be interesting because we can't see anything past the initial contact with the football, 2 hands on the ball. But as Jason mentioned, as he completes the process of the catch, does he bobble it when he hits the ground?
Further review, number 10 has possession of the football at the foot of the end zone.
There we go.
Kendrick Bell, his first career touchdown at Michigan. Way to go, number 10.
He is fired up on the sideline.
Yes,
He's talking trash to us.
How about that? Never thought he had a chance. They're lifting him up. Jason, you're in the middle of the mix down there, aren't you?
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what? Donovan McCulley is excited as anybody else on the field. Just as excited as Kendrick.
I'm excited for Ron Bellamy, too, to see one of his guys get his first career touchdown. Extra point. Zavada slips, but still gets it through the uprights. And Michigan is taking a 10-3 lead here in the Citrus Bowl on the touchdown pass to young Kendrick Bell, the first of his career. It's 10-3, 3:15 to go first quarter. Texas gets the football back next. This is Michigan foot. We're going to keep it here. We're going to keep it here then.
Yeah, and obviously celebrating that it's a touchdown. But if I'm on the sidelines, Bryce Underwood did get hit. So we've got
on that pass?
On the pass.
All right,
so
Coach.
just as he was let
what
go.
are you saying to him, Coach?
Well, you got to take a look at the pictures, and what I believe I saw at the time, because we didn't see the protection, was, hey, they like to bring both linebackers on the inside, and whether it's a running back that's got to step up in there to pick it up, or it's keeping your eyes up. That's one of the things that we talked about all week, is you've got to be able to see those blitzers, and when you're running a 5-man protection, hey, first attention is to the down lineman, but you also have to see where those linebackers are coming from, and I don't think we got off on the linebacker. That's an O-line issue.
Jason, that was a heck of a catch. You had to love that one.
No, I loved every minute of it. The kids work hard. You know, Gainwell works really, really hard to get that opportunity in the bowl game, and we talked about in the pregame show, one of these young receivers will step up, and I guess that was him.
Niblett lets the ball go over his head and into the end zone on the kickoff. Not bringing this one out after fumbling the last one, leading to a Michigan touchdown, and the Wolverines will take over, or check that, the Longhorns will take over on the 25-yard line. God, I'm happy for Ken. Met him once on a golf course, a charity event. He was one of the guys at a tee box.
Yep.
And I believe one of the members of our group handed him the driver, said, go ahead and hit one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did he outdrive you?
Yeah, but that's not too hard. Kept it in the fairway. Snap to Arch Manning, rolling to his right, fires to his tight end, who goes over a Wolverine on the far side. It's Nick Townsend, the freshman, and gets out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Zeke Berry tried to submarine him. Nick Townsend with the hurdle gets a couple extra yards. It's a gain of 7 on first down.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about those defensive backs. You got a big tight end, a big body running at you. You're going to try and go low, and he just goes over top of him.
2nd down and 3. Texas quickly fires it out here to the near side on a wide receiver screen, and getting the first down is Parker Livingston, as he is dragged down after a gain of 5. Move the chains for the Longhorns.
They're following the same game plan that they had a year ago, is try to get to the edges and see if we can tackle out there and see if we're going to be physical at the point of attack. We lost it a year ago against this team, so we have to do a better job at dominating the edge.
I think they've done a decent job so far. 1st and 10 for Texas from the 36-yard line. Manning takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Clark's got it and cuts back to the near side and up the hash out to the 42-yard line. Jordan 6.
Jordan Young was on the tackle. Jordan Young is the one that made the tackle on that last one as well. Nice job of safety support, doing a good job of reading. Just going to have to make sure he keeps his eyes disciplined, because the more that they run it, the more he comes up to support. Look for that play action pass for them trying to go over the top.
Freshman out of Monroe High School in North Carolina. Snap, Manning hands it off to Clark again, running to his left, and he's got the first down across the 45 and out to the 49-yard line. Gain of 7, so Texas getting some work going on the ground here. Ground attack effective on this drive.
You don't want, that's 3 tackles in a row by Jordan Young, and you don't want your safety to be the leading tackler.
No. Minute 22 to go first quarter, 10-3 Michigan. Manning has the snap, back to pass. Here comes the rush, puts it up, down the field, and it is juggled and incomplete. Laying out for that one, Parker Livingston at the Michigan 15-yard line. Jordan Young in coverage. And I got to tell you, what basically blew up that play was Owusu Boateng on the pass rush.
Yep.
Who forced a quick throw from Manning.
Yeah, and he hit him right as he was releasing it. So nice job of dialing up a blitz by Wink Martindale.
This Owusu Boateng, a freshman, showing some real promise. 2nd down and 10. They go wide receiver screen again to the near side, and there's running room now for Emmett Mosley down the Michigan sideline and knocked out of bounds at the Wolverine 31-yard line by Jair Hill, who comes up limping. That is not good.
No, I mean, if you're going to pick a side as a defensive back, when you're getting blocked on a wide receiver screen, you always want to try and pick that infield or that outfield side so that you force everything into the pursuit.
Jaden Sanders now in at that corner spot, replacing Jair Hill. 1st and 10, Texas from the Michigan 31. Manning takes the snap, hands it off to Clark, who's met in the backfield and dropped at the line of scrimmage. What a play there from Cam Brandt. Well done, young man.
Yeah, Cam Brandt on one side, TJ Guy on the other, doing a nice job of keeping their eyes on the quarterback, something you always got to be aware of with Arch and his ability to get to the edge on some of those read options.
Second and long for Texas. They quickly go to the line of scrimmage and they snap it. Back to passes. Manning looking down the middle, steps up in the pocket. He's in trouble and down he goes. Cole Sullivan and Ray Benny combine on the tackle as he gets across the line of scrimmage and falls forward for a gain of 2, setting up 3rd down and 7 from the Michigan 28-yard line.
Nice job by Caleb Anderson, who was matched up on Ryan Wingo. Zeke Berry downfield. That was a great job by the secondary in man coverage.
So apparently we fire cannons at the end of quarters here in Orlando. 10-3. Michigan on top as we will move ahead to the second quarter. From here at the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, this is Michigan football from Learfield.
Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the field, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud sponsor of University of Michigan athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
This is your home for the Hometown Call, the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
If you're the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, you know having a trusted partner makes all the difference. That's why, hands down, you count on Grainger for auto reordering. With on-time restocks, your team will have the cut-resistant gloves they need at the start of their shift. And you can end your day knowing they've got safety well in hand. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
John Jansen, Jason Avant back with you from here at the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Michigan leading Texas 10-3 in this clash of Big Ten and SEC foes. Speaking of which, Iowa from the Big Ten took down Vanderbilt earlier today, 34-27. The B1G now 7-1 in the postseason. And oh, look, that's won 2 wins over the Southeastern Conference. Michigan looking to make it 3. Tomorrow, Indiana looking to make it 4.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, Indiana-Alabama is going to be a lot of fun to watch. There was a lot of talk about the Alabama coach. We all heard that. And now to see them play against, the Big Ten champs. The Big Ten and the SEC, there's always that ongoing battle of which conference is better. And right now, the Big Ten is really showing up in the bowl games.
Updating stats after a quarter play. Bryce Underwood, 5 of 7 for 52 yards and the 19-yard touchdown pass to Kendrick Bell. Bryson Cusdahl, 5 carries for 26 yards, 5.2 yards per carry. Arch Manning, 8 of 12 for 71 yards. He's got 1 carry for 3 yards. And Christian Clark, 5 carries for 33 yards, 6.5 yards per carry for the Texas Longhorns.
This is the spot on the field where Gunnar Helm last year had some big plays for the tight end. So over the middle is something that we can be susceptible to. Have to be aware of where these inside guys are in this situation.
3rd down and 6 for Texas from the Michigan 27-yard line here. First play of the second quarter. Longhorns get Michigan to jump into the neutral zone. They're pointing fingers. And I believe Michigan indeed is the guilty party here, although
Unless they were able to get back, yeah.
Ray Benny's pointing back. I think the Wolverines jumped in the neutral zone, which forced the left tackle to move. Trevor Gosby.
Offside. Defense from the 4, causing the offense to react. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
That's exactly what it was. Michigan fans, choose chill and celebrate responsibly. 21 means 21. Coors Light, choose chill. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado beer. 3rd and 1 now for Texas following the penalty.
Michigan going with the big front. 3 bigs on the inside. TJ Guy and Cam Brandt on the edges.
Now 3rd down and 1. Arch Manning in a pistol formation hands it off up the middle, and I don't know if he got it. I believe that was Michael Terry, the converted wide receiver. And is he short?
Yep, he's short by about, looks like a yard from up here. Looks like they're going to dial it up and go for it again.
Terry's made one appearance this year, and with their top two backs off the board for this game, they switched him from wide receiver to running back.
It's a little less than a yard.
Speed huddle, Texas with Manning in a shotgun. Now they put the tight end in, and quarterback snap it through his legs to Arch Manning, who runs left. He's got the first down inside the 10, inside the 5, and he is tackled there. Texas lined up the tight end under center and snapped it between his legs, and Manning goes 18 yards around left end, and now Texas has it 1st and goal.
You got to be alert for all of those things. You kind of felt like Arch was going to be involved in that in some way, shape, or form with his feet, having been so unsuccessful on 3rd down, trying to run the ball right up the middle.
1st and goal, Texas from the Michigan 4-yard line. Manning takes the snap, hands it off to Clark, running left. He's into the end zone for a Longhorn touchdown. Disappointing there. Wolverines couldn't get the stop on 4th and 1, and Texas converts. And it's a 10-9 football game from here in Orlando.
And that was nothing more than a wide zone to the left. Great job by the Texas offensive line, parting the Red Seas, and I'm not even sure the running back was touched, stepping into the end zone.
Mason Shipley on for the extra point. He is 43 out of 43 on the year. Jack Bomeister, the holder. Not only was he at Bomeister at Michigan State, he was also at Utah, which is relevant information at this point. Yeah. Bomeister gets the hold down, and Shipley's kick is to tie this game at 10 here, early 2nd quarter from here in Orlando. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
A lot of life can happen between sips of Dasani. You know, the life moments, big and small, that are worth getting thirsty for. Like organizing a family movie night under the stars. Or hearing an old favorite song and having an impromptu dance party. Or finding a new dinner recipe that the whole family loves. The crisp, clean taste of Dasani was made for all of life's thirst-worthy moments. Dasani, because life happens between sips.
Hey Michigan fans, is it time to upgrade your outdoor living space? As the #1 brand in premium decking, TimberTech scores big points for real wood looks without the costly maintenance. It will never rot, warp, splinter, or peel. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck can perform at the top of its game season after season. TimberTech, official decking and railing partner of Michigan Athletics. Order free samples at timbertech.com. That's timbertech.com.
Doug Karsh, John Jansen, Jason Avant down on the field. And Jason, we have an update on an injured Wolverine.
Yeah, Greg Crippen is out for the game. Found that news out. Jair Hill is still on the field with his helmet. He does have a band trying to work everything out, so it's a chance that he comes back in.
Yeah, it looked like a lower body injury there with Jair Hill, who came out early in that last Texas drive, which went 11 plays and 70 yards over 4 minutes and 32 seconds. And the 3-yard touchdown run by Christian Clark, and we are tied at 10 here in Orlando. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan football from Learfield. Texas set to kick off to Michigan. It's going to be Spencer Barnett on this kickoff. They've used 3 guys on kickoffs this year. It's kind of hoping to see Will Stone, John, because Will Stone has an epic mustache. It's not a requirement to be a kicker, however. Here's a short kick fielded by one of the up man for Michigan, and across the 35, or check that, the 25 out to the 30. Is that Washington? Was it Marshall?
Yeah.
Great job just holding on to the ball.
I was scared for my life right there.
Yeah, a lot of time when one of those up men fields the football, it can be scary. And Marshall, the freshman edge rusher, was the man with the ball in his hands. Jason, you have any words of advice for that young man down there?
Get down get down when the tacklers come.
How often does that happen?
All the time. And you can tell he was holding it like a loaf of bread right there. Yeah. I thought it was going to come out.
Last time we saw that, Braden McGregor, I think it was Bowling Green a year ago, fielded a short one and ended up coughing it up.
Well, Michigan has the ball at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10 in a 10-10 game here, early second quarter. Underwood in a shotgun. Will roll out to his right, and he's got some room. Points to his blockers across the 35 to the 40, and he's got the first down. Steps out of bounds on the Texas sideline on the far side. After a gain of 11, there's Bryce Underwood showing his athleticism. First down, Michigan.
Nice read by Bryce, reading the defensive end. Fakes the ball to Bryson Cusdall, and then the reason that was able to go for a first down was because Marlon Klein is out there blocking on the edges.
Peyton O'Leary is checked into the football game for the first time. He's split out wide left. Pistol formation with Cusdall deep behind Bryce Underwood. 1st and 10 Michigan from their own 41. Snap and a handoff to Cusdall running left. Cuts back against the grain out to the 45-yard line, a gain of 3.
We'll take 3 yards on first down. Nice job of front side of working that double team between Afobe and Blake Frazier. You're working these double teams on these read blockers. It's about being able to pry open that front side number, that front side shoulder, so you can get through to the backer. That's going to be the key for this Michigan offensive line.
2nd down and 7 for Michigan. Ball's on the right hash. Texas showing blitz. Underwood puts a man in motion. That's Hogan Hansen. Underwood takes the snap. Goes over the middle, floats it down the seam, and Marlon Klein jumped too early. It falls incomplete. He jumped and landed before the ball got there.
You know what that is? Is that when the quarterback throws darts most of the time, you anticipate a speed ball and you get a floater.
What was it? A jump, a free throw, not a. What was your line?
A dart, not a free throw.
Yeah, well, that was a free throw.
That was a free throw.
Yeah.
Great job by Drake Warnera, though. They had a safety walk-up, corner walk-up on the end of the line of scrimmage. He took his time, redirected protection, fanned out to it, allowed the time for Bryce to be able to throw that ball.
3rd down and 7. Underwood in a shotgun. He's got Cusdall in the backfield off his right hip. 3 receivers split wide left. That's the direction Bryce is looking. He's got all kinds of time. Fires it underneath to Marlon Klein, who's battling close to the first down, and I think he rolled forward and got it. Little yards after catch. By yards, I mean yard. Gain of 9. Move the chains for Michigan.
And one of the things that really would have helped Bryce throughout the course of the year is better protection. Today, he's getting that protection.
John, you got to be proud of that group up front.
Very proud of them. They've worked really hard at being able to stay inside, especially these edge guys. You know, you get a guy with 11 sacks throughout the course of the season, Colin Simmons. He's a threat to get there every single time.
1st and 10 from the Texas 46. Underwood takes the snap. Now he's going to run across the 40 and gets dragged down from behind, just shy of a first down. A gain of 9 for Bryce.
Really nice job by Steve Kasula of calling this offense right now, because you've got different times where, hey, yeah, we need to be able to protect. And then you come back where you're all of a sudden going to let that defensive line create some penetration, and then Bryce runs right by everybody.
From the 37, 2nd and 1 for Michigan. Pistol formation, Underwood puts a man in motion. That's Goodwin, and it'll be QB run to the left. First down, Bryce to the 30, outside the numbers to the 20, to the 15, and he's dragged out of bounds and inside the Texas 10 and down at the 4-yard line. 32 yards for the freshman quarterback. You like that play call?
I do. And again, it's about the being unpredictable and opening things up with Bryce. We know that he can run. We know he can throw. For him, it's a matter of, hey, darts and free throws, being able to put a little touch on the ball. Now you got to get on the same page with the receivers, but the play calling right now has been really unpredictable for this offense.
10-10, Michigan knocking on the door. First and goal from the Texas 4. Underwood in a shotgun, takes the snap, gets it out here in the flat to Andrew Marsh, makes a man miss, dives for the pylon, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And Michigan on top, 16-10 here at the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
That's a playmaker right there.
Yep, that's what I was just going to say. Get the ball in the hands of your playmakers and let them go make plays. That was the emphasis throughout all the bowl prep. Hey, Andrew Marsh, we're going to try and get you the ball. Donovan McCulley, we're going to try and get you the ball. Running backs, you've got to be ready no matter who it is. Jordan Marshall's dinged up. Justice Hayden's unavailable. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers.
4-yard touchdown pass. Bryce Underwood's second touchdown pass of the game. And Michigan leads Texas 16-10 here with 10:17 to go in the half. Dom Zavada is on for the extra point. Snap is clean. The ball's placed down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 17-10, Michigan on top. Boy, what a drive there.
That was a lot of fun to watch, and whether it's, throwing the ball, finding the open receiver, it's the quarterback runs, being able to get push up front and protect your quarterback.
7 plays, 69 yards for the Michigan score. Andrew Marsh with the touchdown reception from Bryce Underwood. 17-10 Wolverines. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Step into luxury this January with a $275,000 Escalade giveaway at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Every Friday and Saturday from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., 2 lucky guests will win $250 in premium play and 250 bonus entries every hour. And don't miss the grand finale on January 30th and 31st at 11 p.m. One lucky winner each night will drive away in a 2026 Cadillac Escalade. Only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Donovan.
This is Michigan football from Learfield.
If you're the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, you know having a trusted partner makes all the difference. That's why, hands down, you count on Grainger for auto reordering. With on-time restocks, your team will have the cut-resistant gloves they need at the start of their shift. And you can end your day knowing they've got safety well in hand. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This football season, Detroit Wingco is officially in the big house. Catch us at concessions serving up our award-winning boneless wings and crispy fries during every home game. And while you're there, don't miss your shot to win free wings for a year. That's right, free wings all year long. Just head to our spot in the big house to learn more. Detroit Wingco, now serving the big house. That's how Detroit wins.
In that 7-play, 69-yard drive over 3 minutes and 19 seconds, Bryce Underwood threw or ran for 66 of the 69 yards. He is now the leading rusher for both sides in this game with 49 yards. 17-10, Michigan on top. Hey, when you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, be sure to download the free Varsity Network app. Available for both Apple and Android. Listen to college sports live with the Varsity Network app. And we always invite people to tweet us at MGoBlue Radio and tell us where you are listening from today. It's Michigan and Texas in the Citrus Bowl.
We got a bunch of Wolverines that are listening right now. The Michigan rowing team is down here for their winter training, and Mark Rothstein and his crew, which includes my daughter Ruby, they are currently listening on the app. So got the afternoon off as well, since they were on the water this morning. Instead of a double, they are allowed to watch and listen to the game on the varsity app today.
Well, good for them, and we do appreciate you listening. As Beckham Sunderland approaches the football and puts his right foot into it, and this one will be returnable for Niblett, who fields it at the 4, up the near hash to the 20, across the 25, and he is dropped right there by T.J. Metcalf.
That's one of the things that this Texas team has been very aggressive at. We've already seen a couple of returns, punts. They want to try and be able to break one in special teams. So it's going to be very imperative for new special teams coach, Kerry Combs, who's only been on the job for about 3 weeks. He's done a tremendous job of getting these guys in their coverage to be able to understand what Texas wants to try and do and how aggressive they are.
And Jair Hill is back on the field for the Michigan defense after missing most of that last series with an injury. 1st and 10 Texas from their own 26. Manning takes the snap, rolls to his left, fires on the run, and it's caught at the 31-yard line going to the ground as Emmett Mosley, the 5th, a transfer from Stanford, a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Trey Williams was in hot pursuit of Arch Manning, but that's a foot race he's not going to win.
Texas goes hurry up, lines up on the 2nd down and 5, and kind of a disjointed snap there, but a handoff to Clark, who's got the 1st down across the 36 out to the 39. I thought they moved up front, gain of 9.
That's a couple of times I thought they moved early up front, but T.J. Metcalf on the tackle, and whether it's been Jordan Young, T.J. Metcalf, too many safeties making tackles.
From the 40, 1st and 10. Manning takes the snap back to pass. He's got time. Now he's in trouble. Flag is down. Rolls out to his left. 40, 45, 50, 45 into Michigan territory and steps out of bounds on the far sideline in front of the Texas bench at the 40. But there's laundry back here in the Texas backfield that very well might nullify a 21-yard run. Guilty party is DJ Campbell, a senior from Arlington, Texas.
I tell you what. Jaden Mangum, T.J. Metcalf, Zeke Berry, Jair Hill, they've done a tremendous job downfield. There wasn't enough pass rush. We're not able to get home, but Arch Manning had nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Those guys have been really good at holding up in coverage.
Nate Marshall is checked into one of the edge spots here. He's lined up to the near side on the 1st and 20 for Texas. Manning takes the snap, going to fire it near side, and it's caught at the 40. Zeke Berry trying to bring down Mosley, who picks up 15 before he goes to the ground. So they get much of the penalty yardage back and then some. 2nd down and 5, and here comes Texas quickly to line of scrimmage again.
Yeah, that's Texas watching this Michigan team over the last 6 games of the year. They're going to try and go tempo as much as they possibly can. Michigan struggled at times to get guys lined up, get guys on and off the field.
2nd down and 5 for Texas from their own 45-yard line. They trail 17-10. Quick snap and pass delivered to Wingo on a wide receiver screen up the middle, and he goes through his hands, and as you heard John react, nearly picked off.
Yeah, tips and overthrows. You know how it says that you got to get those. And I think Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng wasn't anticipating the tip. You never really do, but you got to be able to react a little bit quicker. Could have had himself his first interception.
It's 3rd down and 5 for Texas. Manning in a shotgun surveys the Michigan defense. 8:32 to go in the half. Wolverines up 7.
Off too far.
The defensive line or the backfield?
The cornerbacks.
All right, well, we'll see.
They're coming up now.
Manning's taking his time. Play clock, it's getting late. And now we get a whistle, and I believe...
A timeout.
They get a timeout, or is it a delay of game? They're saying delay in the defensive backfield.
Delay of game. Offense.
Wow.
I got penalty.
I don't want to make that mistake.
I'm surprised that Sark didn't make a timeout, take a timeout. It was 3rd and 5. It's a heck of a lot more difficult to pick up 3rd and 10.
It was a late movement by the secondary coming up, and it caused them to check.
All right, so now Texas splits 3 receivers to the left. That's the wide side of the field. Tight end right is Endries. Manning takes the snap, back to pass, going to fire over the middle, and he's got Wingo. Wingo in Michigan territory and down to the 45-yard line.
There is.
You have a flag.
Yeah. I'm guessing that was going to be on. Zeke might have grabbed him in this cut.
Ryan Wingo, their outstanding wide receiver.
Holding. Defense, number 23. Their penalties decline. Offense will take the result of the play. First down.
26 yards. The hold is on Cole Sullivan. What do you think of Wingo as a receiver, Jason?
He's an outstanding player. A lot of speed out there. It's tough to cover that guy that long. So our defensive line has to get home because you give him a second and third hitch in the pocket, you're going to find a guy like that that's explosive, can take it to the house.
1st and 10 from the Michigan 34-yard line. Manning will take the snap. Pump fake to the left, looking that direction. Is going to fire it downfield, and it's off the hands of his intended receiver, Dalen McCutcheon, the freshman from Lovejoy High School in Lucas, Texas. Incomplete.
I wonder if the sun's in his eye.
Yeah,
it's the only spot of sun on the field, really, but they put Ryan Wingo in motion like they're going to throw him the ball in the flat, and that's that hole shot that we've been talking about all season long. That ball was thrown almost perfectly by Arch Manning, right in the hands.
I'm impressed with Manning. 2nd and 10 for Texas from the Michigan 34-yard line. 8:05 to go in the half. 17-10 Michigan. Handoff to Clark up the middle. Not much running room as he gets corralled and dropped. And I think it's going to be a face mask, and now we get Texas pushing and shoving. But yeah, I think this is going to be 15 yards. Was it Rayshon? Got the paw up on the cage. I don't think it was Rayshon because I'm not even sure he's on the field. Ike Awuna?
Could have been
who it was.
It was a big paw.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 92. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
That is Ike Awuna, who's a Texas native from Garland, Texas. And that 15-yard march off will take Texas into the Michigan red zone. Texas at a 50% touchdown rate in the red zone. They've got it 1st and 10 from the Michigan 17-yard line. Wolverines showing a 4-man front. Manning in a shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks to his left. Pump fakes. Now looking down the middle. Fires in the end zone. Wide open. Caught. And touchdown. It's Jack Endries. Took a big hit as he pulled it in, but hung on for the 17-yard touchdown pass from Arch Manning.
Literally the same exact play from last year with Gunnar Helm over the middle of the field.
Well, and it's the same thing that you just mentioned on that last reception by Wingo. There's not much pass rush. The offensive line for Texas is doing a great job of protecting Arch, giving him all the time that he needs. And you have that much time, you're going to find somebody downtown.
Shipley on for the extra point to try and tie this one up midway through the second quarter. Good snap. Ball's placed down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We're tied at 17 here at the Citrus Bowl. Following that Texas drive, resulting in a 17-yard touchdown pass from Arch Manning to Jack Endries, who's having a big day here for the Longhorns. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
We are Laurentide Winery, founded by Michigan alums Susan and Will Bramer, and proud to bring you amazing wines made in Leelanau from 100% Michigan-grown grapes. This season, our award-winning amazing wines are the house wines of the Big House. Laurentide is grateful to be part of your celebrations, dinners, and game day traditions, as each purchase helps support our engineering scholarship fund. So go blue and visit our tasting room or explore our wines at laurentidewinery.com. Thank you, and go blue.
Join us for a night of fun at Chrysler Center on Monday, January 5th. Not only does Michigan women's basketball battle Minnesota at 6:30, but it's bingo night. The first 1,000 fans can grab their bingo card from the marketing table in section 136. You'll have chances to win some great prizes, including Michigan gear. Head to mgoblue.com/tickets to secure your seats. That's mgoblue.com/tickets for bingo night with Michigan women's hoops on Monday, January 5th.
When you're injured, the first thing you need is a huddle.
the right offense, the right plan, the right call. For 35 years, Morgan & Morgan has been that huddle, fighting for the people and recovering more than $25 billion for our clients. This season, we're teaming up with the University of Michigan Athletics because the right huddle doesn't just protect you, it helps you win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Michigan Athletics. Injured, just out, pound law. Morgan & Morgan, Michael Hanna, 150 West Jefferson Avenue, Detroit, 48266.
Foguth Financial Group is the proud wealth management partner of Michigan Athletics. Foguth is here to help you lock down your financial playbook. Learn more at FoguthFinancial.com. Foguth Financial Group, peace and purpose for your money. So, John asked earlier for people to tweet us where they were listening from. Brian Salo in Bellbrook, Ohio, says hello. John Silwerski listening from Edmonton, Alberta.
Ooh.
A lot of Canadians on these streams, I've noticed. Yep. Deanna Smith making the treacherous drive in the snow back to Ann Arbor from Grand Rapids.
Yeah, I know you were delayed getting down here a day because of some of the weather.
Over and over.
Yeah.
All right, Wolverines and Andrew Marsh deep to field this kickoff. And this one will go into the end zone. I got to tell you, they have quite the budget for
the cannonballs. Yeah. Yeah, it's like me swimming with the kids.
Touchdown.
Cannonball after cannonball.
Extra point.
Yeah,
cannon
cannonball.
shot. Kickoff, cannon shot.
Yeah.
End of quarter, cannon shot.
Central Florida tradition, living in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes.
Yeah, that pirate ship drove me nuts as a player. Michigan got to get back to that same rhythm that they had. Hey, you know, right now it's basically 50-50 run pass. I think it's 11 passes, 12 runs. They're in a nice rhythm offensively. They just got to stay disciplined up front, continue to trust their landmarks, and get up to that second level.
1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Underwood in a shotgun with Cusdall in the backfield. They're going to roll Bryce out to the far side. He delivers, and Donovan McCullough can't hang on. Hit him in the hands. And there, Jason, you mentioned the sun.
He couldn't see that at all.
That's exactly what happened there.
Yeah, you can tell the way he was backing away from it, hoping that it'll appear.
It's got to be tough.
Too bad. That would have been a 5-yard pickup.
2nd down and 10. Pistol formation with Cusdall deep behind Bryce Underwood. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Put Goodwin in motion, and they'll hand it off to Cusdall running right. He's in trouble back there. He's in a foot race to try and turn the corner, but he gets dragged down by Anthony Smith for a loss of 3. That'll set up 3rd down and long.
Now, with the speed of this defense, even though if you don't know the guys, you know that Texas is going to be a fast defense. They've got great athletes. It's going to be tough to get to the edges. I still like running the ball in between the tackles, get some movement on those big fellas. Now you put yourself in a precarious position.
3rd and 13 for Michigan. Underwood in a shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass. Here comes the rush, going to fire out here towards Andrew Marsh, incomplete. Anthony Smith was in Underwood's face. And had to rush that throw, and Marsh really hadn't even come out of his break, and the ball was bouncing at his feet.
No, got to have better communication up front. It's that same blitzing linebacker. You got to be able to get off the defensive lineman, slide your feet over to be able to get in front of those blitzers. Sometimes it's not about always knocking them out. Sometimes linemen want to go for those knockout shots, and I was trying to tell the guys earlier this week, sometimes you just got to be a speed bump. You can get a lot done on the outside edges against this defense if you just give Bryce enough time.
Hollenbeck to punt for Michigan, their first 3 and out of the day. Niblett standing on his own 39-yard line, and Hollenbeck has him ranging over and fielding it back at the 35, and he splits a pair of defenders up the near sideline across the 50 and knocked out of bounds in Michigan territory. We've got several Wolverines down and flags all over the place. Hollenbeck is one of them. A 43-yard punt and a 23-yard return.
Personal foul. I think there was a shot, might be a head shot on Hollenbeck.
Flag on the play. We await the call from our lead official, Mike Roche. And we got an injured Longhorn as well.
That's Kobe Black.
One One of their corners starting today. With
Personal foul, legal blindside block. Receiving team number 6, 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
And that is Kobe Black on the penalty, so.
About the 43-yard line that Texas will have the ball on their side of the field.
Yeah, Kobe Black is real slow trying to come off the field. In the meantime, Hudson Hollenbeck is now on his feet. Dr. Bruce Miller down there with him. And he will make his way to the Michigan sideline.
Well, you'll be in a little bit better of a position. Oh, they're going to give it to him at the 40. There we go. Take that.
They're going to take Hollenbeck to the 10.
We have not seen anybody other than Hollenbeck punt this year for Michigan.
At the Texas 40-yard line, first down and 10, Longhorns.
All right, penalty backs it up to the 40. We're tied at 17, 6:43 to go here in the first half. Texas moving left to right. Arch Manning in a shotgun. Looks at a 5-man Michigan front. Takes the snap. Going to go quick wide receiver screen to the far side. And catching it and getting chased out of bounds on the far side in Michigan territory is Mosley.
Andrew March with a reception.
They're trying to soften up this Michigan defense, hitting the edges early on in drives. And then with the protection that Arch has had, they've been able to take their shots. But all their shots have really been on Michigan's side of the field.
They're going to say that Mosley stepped out of bounds at the Michigan 48-yard line, a gain of 12. First and 10 for Texas.
When you have two tight ends extended that far outside the hashes, you know something is coming, right? So we have to do a better job of diagnosing plays.
They got a tight end lined up to either side on this first and 10 play. And Manning quickly delivers, and it's almost picked off by Cole Sullivan. He's got 3 interceptions this year, a team high, and he almost came up with that one. God, that kid's good.
Yeah, he is. He's all over the field. David Payne was able to get a hand on that ball, deflect it.
The deflection cost us an interception right there. I thought he had it without the deflection.
Yep. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 for Texas. 2 receivers split to the right. Now they motion a tight end out there, but they'll hand it off to Clark running left, and he's got some room and down to the Michigan 40. But a flag is down at the point of attack. Gain of 7, but we'll see. This penalty now, there's 2 flags, one where Clark was tackled and one back at the 45. Manning's backing up like it's on Texas. Might be
the first
offsetting.
one, yeah, it might be replay the down.
The first ref gave a holding call that was near Arch Manning.
Interesting to see what that second one, because the second one was where the tackle happened.
There are multiple fouls on the play, 1 during and 2 afterwards. Holding, offense, number 62. A 10-yard penalty reinforced. Stay second down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 2 of the defense, and number 1 of the offense. Those fouls will offset. That is their first unsportsmanlike conduct each towards disqualification.
Am I wrong? Do we have a number 2 on defense?
Yeah, Shamari Earls.
That's his name. Okay.
Yeah.
My apologies to
He just
Shamari.
got in.
Although I guess he probably wished we didn't call him out here. Was that his first snap?
I don't know if it was his first snap.
No, he was in for a couple of plays prior to that. But yeah, Shamari was banged up for most of the season. Now getting a chance to play a little bit.
Those are offsetting, so that backs up Texas 10 more yards, and Arch Manning's going to go QB draw. Running to the far side, gets dragged down at the 50 by Cole Sullivan. And a gain of 5 for Arch Manning on the QB draw. That'll make it second down.
Both Jimmy Rolder.
Third down and 12, my apologies.
Both Jimmy Rolder and Cole Sullivan are going to have to be key components of being able to contain Arch Manning when he does decide to keep the ball, whether it's a pass that he's not able to throw or just a cold quarterback run.
This is a 3rd and 12. Balls at midfield for Texas. Tied at 17. Clock running. 5:10 to go. First half. Michigan fans making some noise here at the Citrus Bowl. Snap. Back to pass is Manning. Steps up and fires down the near side, and it's incomplete. couple of Wolverine defenders there. One was Elijah Dotson. And I think he got a pass breakup. Did he get his hand on that, Jason?
I think he did.
Yeah, that was a great job. He is covering the flat right there, but he sunk underneath the deeper route, and to get in his way there, touch the ball was outstanding.
Yeah, and he was just a split second, maybe a half step away from actually being able to get both hands on that ball, maybe come away with an interception. That's where you see, Jason, just like you just said, when that underneath cover guy can drop back, that's where you see a lot of those interceptions on some of those corner routes.
That'll force a Texas punt. Andrew Marsh standing at his own 10-yard line will signal for a fair catch and make it right there, and that's where Michigan will take over.
He's so confident.
Marsh?
Yeah, just the way he catches punts. Catching punts is hard. I'm kind of frustrated that he made it look that easy, making me feel like a bad athlete.
Well, you're not very often mistaken for a bad athlete, I'll tell you that. Michigan gets the football back with 4:52. All right, here's that key. With Michigan getting the ball to start the second half, coaches like to dominate, play the clock here a little bit, win the middle 8, they call it. See if they can put together a scoring drive, bleed the clock, and then get the double dip.
Got to be able to communicate a little bit better of which linebacker the protections are going to.
1st and 10, Michigan. Underwood takes a shotgun snap. We'll hand it off to Cusdahl. It cuts back against the grain out near the 15-yard line, a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Nice job that time of the offensive line. Anthony Smith lines up over top of the guard, and then as the ball is being snapped, he runs out. They fan out to pick up everybody, get a hat on a hat, pick up 4 yards.
2nd down and 6 for Michigan. Clock running, 4:30 to go here in half number 1. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Underwood takes the snap. We'll hand it off to Cusdahl again, and he'll get met in the backfield and dropped right there. Good penetration there from the Texas D-line, and it was Colin Simmons again.
Just too much penetration in the middle of that line. And it was a little bit of a counter. You're pulling Strayhorn over to the left. Couldn't get in the position to make the block.
3rd down and 8 for Michigan from their own 13-yard line. Underwood looks to the sideline. Now has a signal and surveys the Texas defense. Now he's ready to go. Takes the snap. Going to fire quickly, far side. McCulley's got it. He's got to fight for the 1st down, and I don't think he's going to get there. Knocked out of bounds near the 20, and he is going to be just shy. I'll see a spot if Biff Poggi. How daring is Coach Poggi? I don't know if he's this daring.
Not that daring. It's 3rd and 3 on your side of the field at the 20-yard line.
4th.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4th and 3.
Yep. Back-to-back 3 and outs after 3 straight scoring drives for Michigan. And on the punt is Beckham Sunderland for the first time in his collegiate career. He didn't do it at Texas State, and he hasn't done it yet for Michigan. His first career punt. He's got the snap, puts his right foot into it. End-over-end punt will hit near the 50 and take a bounce for Michigan and get touched at the 45-yard line by Deacon Tonelli. And that's where it's down. 35 yards on the punt, no return. As Hudson Hollenbach took that big hit, and Beckham Sunderland came in to punt.
And that's where Michigan has struggled a little bit in special teams. Inconsistency in the punt game. 35 yards, that's not enough. Obviously, no return on that one, but you'd still like to be able to flip the field more than just, hey, Texas gets the ball at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, we need a punter with a big leg.
Yeah. So Texas takes over following the short punt. 2:44 to go in the half, tied at 17. Arch Manning in a shotgun. 2 receivers bunched to the left. Now he puts one of them in motion. That's McCutcheon. Snap and hand off to Clark up the middle to the 50, into the Michigan territory, down to the 45, close to a 1st down. Pile's still moving, but the whistles blow, and I believe indeed he's got the 1st down. I'm impressed with this Christian Clark, redshirt freshman out of Phoenix, who came in with 35 carries for 131 yards, but he's been effective here in the 1st half for Texas. 11 carries and 60 yards.
Yeah, you have 6 guys that declare for the draft, and you get 12 guys that opt out because they're transferring. You're going to get way down the depth chart, but that's the thing about Texas. no matter what position, they're a team, they're a school and a program that has recruited extremely well. We haven't known about Clark. He hasn't had a lot of opportunity, but we're seeing it here today.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout here in Orlando. We're tied at 17, Texas with the football in Michigan territory. When we continue, this is Michigan football from Learfield. Touchdown!
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go!
Run, James!
No. First base.
Go, go, go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
Michigan has realized its destiny and won the national championship in the Rose Bowl.
This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Any true Wolverine knows you're a Wolverine for life. At Greenleaf Trust, we believe in that same lifelong commitment. With a 99% client retention rate, our relationships span generations, just like your loyalty to the maize and blue. We specialize in goals-based wealth management, trust administration, and retirement plan services for today and generations to come. Because staying true isn't just a Michigan tradition, it's our tradition too. Learn more at greenleaftrust.com and go blue.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. Michigan and Texas here at the Citrus Bowl, tied at 17. Texas has the football. First and 10 at the Michigan 45-yard line. John, you worked with the offensive line for a few weeks leading up to this game. What are your thoughts so far through most of the first half?
Well, for the most part, they've done a nice job at protection. There's been a couple of times where linebackers have gotten through, and to me, that's just a matter of being able to see and communicate. You got to stay square on those down linemen so that you can actually get off. But you also need, if you're double teaming a nose or a 3 technique, you've got to have a force that drives you off of that. You're not just, guys are going to be, screaming and shouting in, out, but it's the feel that is actually going to bump you off. So the reaction has to be quicker, and that comes from recognizing it pre-snap and then executing it post-snap.
Wolverines playing in this game without a couple of opt-outs defensively, Derek Moore and Jayshon Barham. Offensively, Gio Ahadi opted out, and now Greg Crippen is hurt. So we're seeing the true freshman Caden Strayhorn in there getting some run. At one of the guard spots, Jake Guinera has moved over to center.
Yeah, and they're down Evan Link as well, who started the season at left tackle. He's out for the game, still recovering from that.
Andrew Sprague is out for the game. So we're
down the depth chart, but I think they're doing a really nice job.
First and 10 from the Michigan 45. We're ready to go. Texas comes off the sideline, splits 3 receivers out wide right. We'll hand it off to Clark running left. Hesitates, got some room across the 40, and gets submarined out there at the 37-yard line of the Wolverines by Troy Bowles, a gain of 13 yards.
Texas, all the Texas is doing is attacking the middle of that line and then bouncing things outside. When they attack the middle, it draws the safeties up. We talked about it. Hey, the safeties are making a lot of tackles, so they're coming up too quickly, and they're getting caught inside when the ball bounces out.
Clock running, minute 45 to go. Here's Manning. Pump fakes and now fires to his tight end, Endries, who gets knocked out of bounds at the Michigan 30-yard line following a short gain. Elijah Dotson out there.
TJ Guy came off the defense's right side. He was unblocked, and he was in the vision of Arch Manning, which is why that ball took a little bit longer to come out. He jumped up. Arch couldn't see anything. Little pump fake, waited for him to land, and then just threw the ball over top of him.
That stopped the clock, though, when Endries stepped out of bounds. It's 2nd down and 9 from the Michigan 31-yard line. Minute 35 left in the half, tied at 17 here in Orlando. Manning takes the snap. Steps up, nowhere to throw. Now he's going to run across the 25 and gets knocked down at the Michigan 21-yard line Good for first down yardage.
John, is that holding right there?
No. We put Velcro on our jerseys so that we get stuck to offensive linemen. We are not getting off. You got to find a way to shed those blocks. They're allowed to have their hands on the inside of your numbers and grab hold of that breastplate.
Clock running, minute 16 to go. Both teams have their full complement of timeouts. Manning will take the snap, look and fire, and it's dropped. Ooh. Running before he had it was Parker Livingston, freshman wideout, redshirt freshman. Dropped it at the 10-yard line.
Right in front
like he was going to accelerate to the end zone.
Yeah. Right in front of Shamari Earls there.
Stopping the clock with a minute 9 to go for the Michigan 21. It's 2nd down and 10 for Texas.
Yeah, the script is flipped a little bit. You got to make sure that Texas doesn't have that middle 8 success. They're not going to get the ball, but you got to make sure you keep them out of the end zone going into halftime.
Manning takes the snap. Roll out to his right, looking downfield. It's going to fire in the end zone, and is it caught or incomplete?
Great
complete.
TJ Metcalf. That ball was caught. And TJ Metcalf comes in at the last second to pound the ball out. Great effort play by TJ.
Mosley has done it, and Wingo has done it. Has left that ball up there rather than tucking it right away. And that's what happens when you don't tuck it, being cute.
He got 2 hands on it, and the chop right there from TJ Metcalf.
A little reminiscent of Mikey Sanders still down in Columbus.
That's right.
Poking that ball out.
We had a penalty on Texas there. I didn't hear what the call was.
Sorry.
Correction, Michigan's declined that penalty. It'll be 3rd down.
Right, 3rd and 10 for Texas with a minute even to go. Touchdown saving play by TJ Metcalf.
That Mikey Sanders still play at Ohio State was probably my favorite play in Michigan history.
Yeah, it's about as good as they get.
3rd and 10 for Texas from the Michigan 21. Manning in a shotgun. Split Wingo out here, and the snap goes over Manning's head. Back at the 40, he's bobbling it and falls on it at the 44-yard line. A miscommunication, a leather rainbow over the quarterback's head, and a 23-yard loss, which takes Texas out of field goal range.
Gives Michigan the opportunity for a 2-minute drive here. Obviously only 49 seconds, but
We just set the game clock to 55 seconds.
how important was it for Michigan to decline that penalty, making it 3rd and 10?
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden you get that bad snap, you lose 23 yards, and it's not 3rd down anymore. 4th down, they're forced to punt. Michigan's going to get the ball back with about, 47, 48 seconds left in the game.
You heard Biff Poggi using the timeout there with 55 seconds to go. And, wow, a 23-yard loss. How about that?
Yeah, I tell you what, Jason, and maybe you were a little prophetic in terms of how good Andrew Marsh is at catching the ball. I'd like to see him have a nice punt return for a touchdown here.
Yeah, that would be great in this situation. It would have to be a bad punt.
Yeah, but, I mean, as we know kickers, there's no guarantee.
No guarantee.
Jack Bomeister will punt for Texas from Bendigo, Australia, which is close to Ballarat.
Yeah.
Oh, you got Donovan McCulley here on punt return.
Oh, he's lined up on punt rush at the edge. Oh, like Cornelius Johnson used to do. He won't get to this one as Bomeister's punt will sail over the head of Martian into the end zone.
Great decision. Great decision.
And Michigan will take over at the 20-yard line with 48 seconds to go and 2 timeouts.
I mean, even if he tries to field the ball there, and that ball were to check up, you're going to get the ball in the same spot. So let it go and see what that the oblong pigskin does.
Donovan McCulley's man that he was blocking didn't get past 2 yards.
Like it.
He jammed him up good.
You remember how Cornelius, they used to line him up on the edge and he'd get in there, block a couple punts?
Yep.
Well, I wonder if that's part of what Kerry Combs brought to the table here.
Well, I can tell you on Monday in the 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
We ended up in the end zone.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
All right.
We'll see if, and it was about similar situation.
48 seconds, 2 timeouts, 17-17 game, and 80 yards of football field in front of Bryce Underwood, who takes the snap and hands it off to Bryson. Cusdell shoots up the middle out near the 30, and that'll stop the clock as they are moving the chains for 1st down yardage. An inside handoff. Clock stop with 42 seconds to go. 1st and 10, Michigan.
Take advantage of 6 men in the box and cover 2.
Underwood claps his hands, back to pass again. Down the middle, he's got Marlon Klein.
Ooh,
takes a huge hit out near the 50, but he comes down with the football. What a catch by Marlon Klein.
How is that not a target?
I don't know. If they're going to call Jay Sean early in the year, that certainly was.
Ball's placed at the 50, and now quickly firing to the far side to Goodwin, and he is thrown out of bounds, but the clock is running with 25 seconds to go, and Biff Poggi will take a timeout. Now the scoreboard shows Michigan with 3 timeouts, but I believe they took one with 55 seconds to go, right?
No, they did not. Oh, yeah, they did on the fumble.
Second timeout.
Yeah. Second timeout, yeah.
So that was a gain of 3 to the Texas 47. Second timeout is used with 23 seconds to go.
The official on the far sideline initially started to wave like he was stopping the clock, and then he wound
changed
it.
his mind. Well, Goodwin caught it, and his forward progress was stopped in bounds. And he was going backwards and thrown out of bounds, and that's why you have to be moving forward to stop the clock. Now, Michigan, career long for Dominic Zavada is 56 yards. They need about 8 more yards to get him within that range.
8 yards, 24 seconds with 1 timeout remaining.
They did put a second back on the clock to 24 seconds, so.
Let's get a little bit more than 8 yards.
Yeah.
From the Texas 47, Underwood in a shotgun. 2 receivers split to either side. Texas showing blitz. Underwood claps his hands, takes the snap, back to pass, fires. He's got Zach Marsh, who puts his head down and is knocked out of bounds, stopping the clock at the Texas 43-yard line with 20 seconds to go. Gain of 3.
Yeah, they brought the corner blitz. Cusdall got stuck behind Blake Frazier, wasn't able to get out underneath to be able to pick up the blitzing corner. Put a hit on Bryson, but he did a nice job of getting that ball out.
The short middle is wide open in this defense that the Texas Longhorns is playing.
3rd down and 3. Michigan makes a substitution. Texas gets a player on. And now we get a whistle, and I believe Steve Sarkisian's going to take a timeout. Seems to be some
takes his
confusion.
first time out of the half.
Well, it's been a pretty good drive. Started with a 10-yard run, then a great throw from Bryce Underwood to Marlon Klein for another 20 yards.
Yeah, and the thought on that run, a lot of times we see in 2-minute situations, teams will start off with a run, especially at the end of the first half here. They're just trying to see, hey, can we pop one? Can we get out from backed up against our own end zone? And they did a nice job of being able to pick up a first down. Now all of a sudden it's on at that point.
Gone 37 yards on 4 plays on this drive. And I got to tell you, if they don't get the first down here, I bet we see a 60-yard field goal attempt from Zavada.
Sure, why not? You might as well give it a shot.
3rd and 3. Michigan's ready to go. 3 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Ball's on the right hash. Underwood in a shotgun, takes the snap. Fires over the middle. Marlon Klein's got it for the first down at the 36-yard line. Clock stops.
Get up, spike the ball.
7, 16 seconds to go. They're well within Zavada range. Underwood in a shotgun, 14. Clock running, back to pass. Going to fire down this near side. Jump ball for Marsh, and it's incomplete over his head with 9 seconds to go.
I'm glad he got rid of that ball. Brady Norton took a bad angle on a pass set. Simmons was coming off the right side there and just got a really nice jump getting upfield.
He's been a problem all day, Colin Simmons.
The only sack he has was on that dropped snap by Bryce.
Yeah, he's been back there a few times.
All right, here we go. 9 seconds to go. Michigan with a timeout from the Texas 36. Underwood takes the snap. They're going to go handoff with Cusdall up the middle across the 30 and takes a huge hit at the 27. Biff Poggi will use a timeout with 4 seconds to go. A gain of 8 there to Cusdall. And we're going to see Dominic Zavada here. Boy, that was a big-time hit.
It was. Glad he held on to it.
Fast. I can't believe what he said. He said he wasn't fast in high school. He didn't get fast till he was here.
Yeah, well, hey, hats off to the strength and conditioning program, but I think he was, the reason he's here is because he's got some speed.
He said he was a wiggle guy, and now he's faster than he was when he left.
Well, he just elongated his stride a little bit. He's a shorter strider.
Makes it a 45-yard field goal attempt for Dominic Zavada here. And Texas is going to take a timeout. Wolverines snap it, and Zavada swings through it, but actually didn't touch the ball.
Second timeout
With Hudson Hollenbeck out, by the way, Joe Taylor is the holder. Joe Taylor, who has got the record for most special teams plays in Michigan history.
Might as well give him a couple more. And it's not his first time. Obviously, he's repped it. I saw him rep it a bunch of times this past week. In the odd chance that something like this were to happen, he's got to be ready to go.
The Texas players are pointing out that Joe Taylor's the holder. They think Michigan's up to something, but they've knocked the normal holder out. So Taylor will put it down at the 35-yard line, and Zavada tries to give Michigan the lead here in the Citrus Bowl. Greg Tarr will snap it, low snap. Taylor gets it down. The kick is on the way, and the kick is no good. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Dominic Zavada made a field goal earlier in the half, missed this one wide right. And we're tied at 17 at the break. Your overall thoughts on the first half, John?
Well, obviously, happy to be able to put up 17 points. Disappointed that we don't have more. A lot of opportunities left on the field. And defensively, we've got to find a way to create pass rush. As I mentioned, hey, we got Velcro stuck to us right now. We're not able to get off their offensive linemen. They're doing a good job of getting our hands on the defensive rushers. But you've got to find a way to pressure Arch Manning, because while the secondary has performed well for most of the game, with Wingo and that group of receivers, you can't allow that much time downfield.
Coming up, we'll have Brian Bush anchor our coverage. We'll hear from Jack Miller and Jason Avant as their thoughts on this one, scores from around the country, as well as the new head coach of the Wolverines, Kyle Whittingham, will be stopping by to chat as we get close to third quarter action. So stick with us from here in Orlando. We're tied at 17, Michigan and Texas in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Germain Lexus of Ann Arbor, official partner of Michigan Athletics. Whether you're tailgating or headed to the big house, Germain Lexus of Ann Arbor has the perfect vehicle for every fan. New or pre-owned, our team has a large inventory of vehicles ready for you today. And a special offer for Wolverine fans, receive a $1,000 discount and 3 years of maintenance on any new Lexus purchase when you mention this ad. Stop by Germain Lexus of Ann Arbor or get started at LexusofAnnArbor.com.
Subscribe to the official podcast home of Michigan Athletics and Go Blue Podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Planning for retirement? It's like building a strong defense. You've got to protect what matters. At Foguth Financial Group, the proud wealth management partner of Michigan Athletics, we're here to help you lock down your financial playbook with personalized strategies and expert guidance. Whether you're just starting out or about to blow that final whistle of retirement, our advisors will coach you through every play. Visit FoguthFinancial.com and secure your financial future. Foguth Financial Group, peace and purpose for your money. Go Blue.
Some drinks come in a bottle, some in a can. Only one comes in a ball and brings the buzz. We're Buzz Balls, the ready-to-go cocktail that's shaped like a ball. Coincidence? We think not. Big flavor, big buzz, ready to go. Buzz Balls. It's a ball. It's a drink. It's a whole vibe. Please drink responsibly. Buzz Balls, available in spirit, wine, and malt. 15% alcohol by volume. Buzz Balls LLC, Carrollton, Texas.
Let's break down the first half of action. Welcome to the Halftime Show, driven by Germain Lexus of Ann Arbor, proud partner of University of Michigan Athletics. Online at LexusofAnnArbor.com. Analysis, highlights, and stats are on the way. Now, here's your host, Rob Joyce.
Halftime from Orlando, 17-all, Michigan and Texas as we look back at the first half. Game opened with a couple of field goals. Longhorns a 43-yarder on their opening possession. Michigan, its second drive. Dom Zavada, a 53-yarder. Came 11 minutes in, so we were tied early on. The ensuing kickoff after the Zavada field goal, Michigan would get the ball back. Cole Sullivan punched the ball out. TJ Metcalf, the recovery, would give the Wolverines the ball at the 25. They take advantage. Took a while, but after initially being ruled incomplete, a pass to Kendrick Bell, who made a spectacular grab in the end zone. It was rolled. He got his foot down. He held on to possession. Initially rolled complete. Alas, 10 points in 46 seconds. It's a touchdown. His second grab of the year. End of one, it was 10-3 Wolverines, but not for long to open the second. A lot of scoring. Longhorns in Michigan territory would get stuffed on 3rd and 1. Go for it on 4th and 1. A fake tush push. Arch Manning sets up goal to go with a 19-yard run, and Texas would tie it up on a Christian Clark 3-yard touchdown run to make it 10-10 early in the second quarter. Back and forth we'd go. Michigan would then go on the ground. Bryson Cusdahl, Bryce Underwood across midfield. Underwood then runs for 33 down to the 4. Then he would use his arm to take the lead back.
Underwood in a shotgun, takes the snap, gets it out here in the flat to Andrew Marsh, makes a man miss, dives for the pylon, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And Michigan on top, 16-10 here at the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
8 plays, 74 yards. 7 plays to go, 69 yards to make it 17-10, 5 minutes into the second quarter. That lead wouldn't last long. Michigan was effective on the ground on that drive, while Texas went to the air to tie things up.
Manning in a shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to his left, pump fakes, now looking down the middle, fires in the end zone, wide open, caught, and touchdown. It's Jack Endries. Took a big hit as he pulled it in, but hung on for the 17-yard touchdown pass from Arch Manning.
8 plays, 74 yards. Midway through the second, it was 17-all, and it stayed that way. Both teams would settle down defensively, and then both teams would have missed opportunities offensively. Texas had it near the Michigan red zone, had a 23-yard loss on a snap over Arch Manning's head, knocked him out of field goal range. Michigan, under a minute to go, drove into field goal range itself, but then Dominic Zavada ended the half with a miss from 45 out, and at the half, it's 17-all. Texas the ball to start the third. Today's halftime show driven by Jermaine Alexis of Ann Arbor, proud partner of University of Michigan Athletics, online, alexisofannarbor.com. We'll take a check of the scoreboard next. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Champions Circle is the leading Michigan athletics fan engagement community. We connect fans with once-in-a-lifetime experiences, produce public and private events, offer club memberships, and operate an online retail store, selling exclusive apparel, trading cards, autographs, and other memorabilia featuring Michigan student athletes. To become a member or learn more about how you can support your favorite Michigan student athletes, visit championscircleUofM.com. Champions Circle is a proud sponsor of University of Michigan Athletics.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
Is that intercepted? Holy cow, Jordan Lewis!
This is Michigan football from Learfield.
With savings over $390 this shopping season, Vrbo helps you swap gift wrap time for quality time with those you love most. From snow on the roof to sand between your toes, we have all the vacation rental options covered. Go to Vrbo now and book a last-minute week-long stay. Save over $390 this holiday season and book your next vacation rental home on Vrbo. Average savings $396. Select homes only.
If you're the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, you know having a trusted partner makes all the difference. That's why, hands down, you count on Grainger for auto reordering. With on-time restocks, your team will have the cut-resistant gloves they need at the start of their shift. And you can end your day knowing they've got safety well in hand. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
266.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Michigan. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Michigan and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Michigan.
Michigan and Texas tied at 17 at the Citrus Bowl. Time for a quick check of scores. A couple of games in progress, including one involving a Big Ten team. Nebraska at the Las Vegas Bowl against Kyle Whittingham's former program, Utah. Buck 12 to go before halftime. Utes lead 17-14, have the ball in the red zone. Sun Bowl also going on right now, midway through the third. Duke has the ball in the red zone, leading Arizona State 28-24. Earlier today, Iowa capped its season with a ReliaQuest Bowl victory over Vanderbilt 34-27. Hawkeyes finished the year at 9-4, fifth time the last 8 years they've reached the 9-win mark. College football playoff quarterfinal round begins tonight in Arlington. Ohio State opens up the CFP against the 10-seed Miami. Other 3 games tomorrow noon, the Orange Bowl, Oregon and Texas Tech. Winner gets the winner of the Rose Bowl in the mid-afternoon, top-seeded Indiana and Alabama. Then Ohio State or Miami will move on tonight to the semis to face the victor of the final game tomorrow, Georgia or Ole Miss. Again, 30 minutes complete. It's Michigan and Texas tied at 17. Quickly, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan football from Learfield. Brian Bush, Jason Avant, Jack Miller break down the opening 30 minutes when we return here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
Charles Woodson down the sideline. He's got to go all the way.
This is Michigan football from Learfield.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga. My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Man, I love my kids so much. I once sat for 3 hours in the cold rain to watch her soccer team lose by 18 goals.
I love my kids so much, I once used a tube to suck snot out of her stuffed nose at 3 a.m.
You win.
Love your kids? Love them enough to make sure they're in the right car seat. From toddlers to tweens, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to find the right seat for their age and size. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, Wolverines and Longhorns locked up in a good one, tied up at 17 at halftime. Brian Bush, Jack Miller, Jason Avant back with you. Guys, start with your overall first impressions. Jack, we'll start with you.
Exciting game. It's been fun to watch. The guys came out playing hard. Hasn't been perfect at times, but playing really well. If Zavada makes that kick at the end, you'd say special teams. It's the best they've looked all year. Good game management from Biff. Defensively, Texas has moved the ball at will. We got to figure out a way. They've been throwing those little bubble screens, trying to stretch us on the edge. We got to find a way to get better at that. But listen, 17-17 game, competing, playing hard. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, there's indicators out there, especially on those bubble screens. When you have two tight ends outside of the hashes, you know something is coming out there. So they want to try to secure that edge, and we need to be more physical at, at the point of attack. Another thing that we can do in order to help ourselves out on the back end is to reroute guys. That is to get within that first 5 yards of the line of scrimmage and redirect them. If we just continue to play off coverage, they're going to be able to throw the ball at will. And it's tough against this team because they have so many weapons, so much speed. But our defense is doing a good job because they should have more points because of all the yards they've accumulated.
How about the quarterback matchup? Bryce Underwood, 12 of 18, 112 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air, already tying a career high. Arch Manning, 14 of 23, 147 yards and a touchdown. It's what you would expect from a brand name and star-studded quarterback duel.
Yeah, they're doing a good job, and I was surprised to see how well Bryce has used his legs because we've seen it in spurts, but not on the one drive where you get 60 yards rushing, you know? So we would love to see more of that, you know? So I think he's doing a good job. Andrew Marsh making a play down on the goal line, and then Kendrick Bell with his first career touchdown. That's pretty great to see.
And listen, we've run the ball pretty well, too. The key, I think, for us right now is be good on first and second down. If we're third and short and manageable, we can run the ball pretty effectively on these guys. Bryce is playing well. Marsh is playing well. We're throwing the ball around. Marlon Klein, big catch, gave us the opportunity to go down and kick a field goal at the end there. So everything's there offensively. I think Steve Kasula is calling one heck of a game as an offensive coordinator. There's rhythm. There's balance. You just got to be better on first down so you don't put yourself in third and long.
You want to get to the point where in the quarterback position when the defense is playing like a vanilla coverage on the third down, a cover 3, cover 6 with no blitzing. That should be an automatic pickup. Yep. Like at the NFL level, you dare not, to any of the good quarterbacks, to play coverage on the third down. You want to be in that man-to-man situation.
Today's halftime show driven by Jermaine Lexus of Ann Arbor, proud partner of University of Michigan Athletics, online at lexusofannarbor.com. Stay tuned. The new head coach of the Wolverines, Kyle Whittingham, joins us next from the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Michigan and Texas deadlocked at 17 on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Touchdown! From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little. There you go. Go! Run, James! No. First base! Go! Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Your official home of the Maize and Blue, the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
If you're an HVAC technician and a call comes in, Grainger knows that you need a partner that helps you find the right product, fast and hassle-free. And you know that when the first problem of the day is a clanking blower motor, there's no need to break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product details, you're confident you'll soon have everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
John Jansen back at the Citrus Bowl. We welcome you back to the game, brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Welcome to Kraft. And we are joined by the new head coach of the Wolverines, Kyle Whittingham. Coach, welcome to Michigan.
Well, I appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Yeah, the weather will be the same in Ann Arbor when you land
as
here?
It is now. Okay,
yes,
good. That's good to know.
Yeah, I think that must have been part of the selling point, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I had a chance to get some insight that when you did your first Zoom interview with Michigan, you had just completed a workout. You were still in workout clothes, powering down a muscle milk. Is that true?
That is true. Yeah, I never miss a workout, and the only window I had was right before that Zoom call, so that's what you got.
Coach, so let's talk about the team that you're inheriting. There's a lot of work to do. When you're watching just the first half, as now the head coach, are you sitting there evaluating, or are you just taking it all in?
A little of both. You know, I'm obviously evaluating the players, and the quarterback, Bryce Underwood, he's a talented kid. Yeah. And there's a lot of talented kids out there. And so, yeah, I'm out watching from a coach's eye, but I also had to miss about half the first half with phone calls to boosters and alumni, so I wasn't able to see it all. But what I did see, there's some encouraging things.
How have the players responded when you've had a chance to sit down with them one-on-one?
Very well. I had a chance to interview one-on-one with every single player on the team the last 4 days. Took about 24 hours to do in total. And I'm just so impressed with their character, just the way they carry themselves. Every one of them was absolutely into their academics and very tuned into that. And it's very apparent that this team has a lot of character individuals.
What's the process like for you, one, evaluating your team that you're inheriting, evaluating the recruits, but then also making a priority for the transfer portal, which opens up on Friday?
Yeah, everything's going on at once, and we're flying the airplane while we're building it at the same time. And the one thing I haven't had a chance to do is lock myself in the film room and really dissect the personnel. I will do that when I get up to Ann Arbor on Friday, and lock myself in the room all weekend and really get an idea of what we need in the portal as far as supplementation. And then also, obviously, job one is retention of our current roster.
In this era, it's not different anywhere. You're always guarding your yard.
Right.
And
exactly.
That was going to be the case whether you were still at Utah or here.
Yeah.
How difficult is it at the end of every year to have to do that?
Well,
people are coming at you.
They are, and it's getting more and more difficult. And I heard today that Iowa State has 17 players left on their roster right now. I mean, the coach obviously exited, and they got 17 bodies, and it's just this is not sustainable. Something's got to change. They've got to restructure things, retool things. But right now, it's a battle. And again, retention is job one, and then the guys you do lose, you got to supplement with the portal.
What's, in your experience, the number one thing that you try and accomplish or you try and build in terms of a relationship so that you do have player retention as you go year after year here in Ann Arbor?
Yeah, the players have to know that you care about them. I think that's the big key. If they know you care about them, then they're going to be, much more, likely to stick around and want to play hard for you. And they know that you have their best interest in mind, and you're not just, using them to get the next job or whatever the case may be.
I know you've had, obviously, the Holy War, the rivalry,
Yeah.
having played at BYU and then obviously coaching at Utah. What have you heard about the tenor of the rivalry with Michigan State and obviously, most importantly for Michigan fans, Ohio State?
Well, yeah, it's huge. Well, a good friend of mine, Urban Meyer, has really indoctrinated me on that. And I followed the rivalry ever since I was a young kid, and so it's nothing new to me. And, yeah, we did have the Holy War, as you call it, and it's not quite the scale, obviously, of the Ohio State Michigan, but it's every bit as intense, at least in the state of Utah. And so love rivalries, and they're healthy, and looking forward to it.
Now, does the friendship have to change at all now that you're wearing the maize and blue?
We'll find out. He just called me about an hour ago. I missed the call, so I get maybe he's calling to break things off. I don't know.
So, John played for Lloyd Carr, and
a lot of respect for Coach Carr.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about, because in identifying the next Michigan coach, I thought Michigan needed a Lloyd Carr type of guy, and you were at the top of the list of the available candidates. Your impressions of Lloyd and what you hope to be able to carry over and bring into this Michigan program.
Yeah, outstanding football coach. He reminds me a lot of the guy I played for in college, Lavelle Edwards. There's a lot of similarities there. Very even-keeled. Did a great job surrounding himself with good talent as far as the coaching staff. Not too high, not too low. At least that's my perception from the outside looking in. And just what a great coach he was, and what a great run he had.
When you start, and I know you've got a great relationship with a lot of coaches that you've coached with over the year, and you've talked about bringing some of those guys in. What's the selling point for some of those guys? Is it just, hey, can you come work for me? Or is there, what do you tell them about Ann Arbor? What do you tell them about this Michigan program?
Yeah, well, everybody knows about Ann Arbor. I mean, the tradition here is incredible. The resources, it's a great place. It's a top 5 job in the country. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And when I did step down at Utah, there was you can count on one hand the number of schools that I would have been excited about to come help and coach, and this is one of them.
Andrew Marsh takes the second half.
There he
kickoff,
goes.
But he's got some room
There
down
he
the far
goes.
sideline, breaks the tackle.
There he goes.
Out across the 45 and out to the 50. Player retention. Right there is a guy that I don't think I need to teach you anything about.
Yeah, right at the top of the list right there.
Good kickoff return to get this second half underway. Michigan and Texas tied at 17, and unfortunately we have an injured Wolverine down on the far side around the 36-yard line. So, God, it's like this whole thing feels like speed dating, getting to know your roster, doesn't it?
It does, and like I said, I can't wait to get in the film room. That's where I really get to know the guys as far as their abilities and what they can do, and I'm looking forward to that opportunity this weekend.
In the speed dating process, what are some of the things that you try and find out about the players? What questions do you ask? I don't know if you want to divulge any of that, but how do you start that initial relationship?
Well, like I said, just getting to know them, who they are as a person, their family, just all the personal stuff. I think that's something that they appreciate if you take an interest in their personal lives. And then you talk to the peripheral people, strength coaches, trainers, that type of thing. Get some feedback and just kind of put all the pieces of the puzzle together.
At what point do you get a chance to talk to parents of players?
Yeah, that's part of it now too. You know, that wasn't much of a thing a few years ago, but with NIL and these players, earning these big bucks, the parents take a much more vested interest, and I've had a chance to sit down or phone call with probably 15 or 20 of the parents so far.
And I know, there was a rain delay when we played Utah in Ann Arbor, and you were obviously on the other sideline there. But other than that, how often, or have you been to Ann Arbor frequently?
Just been there 3 times for the 3 games we played there, and didn't get to see the city or anything like that. We're in the hotel room and then to the stadium, but it's incredible. The stadium, the big house, no place like it. I mean, it's just one of the top venues in the country, and just a great place. And what do we have, 400 straight sellouts or something like that? Yeah.
It's been a hell of a streak. It's in terms of the traditions, what has Ward told you? What have anybody in the athletic department talked to you about some of the traditions that happen at Michigan, or getting you up to speed about what maybe some of the fans expect?
Not yet. That's I've only been here 4 or 5 days, and so I'm digesting as fast as I can. But there's still a lot to learn. Looking forward to going to see our facility, Schembechler Hall, I guess we call it, and just seeing what we're working with, and I'll absorb these things along the way.
The injured Wolverine is Joe Taylor, and he is being helped off the field. Michigan will have it 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line following the kick return by Andrew Marsh when play resumes here in a minute. Are there some pinch-yourself moments? Like you just mentioned the big house, but what are the things that excite you most about this opportunity?
Well, just that it's Michigan. I mean, that is synonymous with big-time football and tradition. It reeks of tradition here. I mean, it's as a traditional a place as there is in the country. Those winged helmets, I've loved those since I was 7 years old, and I just, what a great opportunity. And it was just, the stars aligned. I mean, it was such an incredible opportunity right when I was finished in one place. Another place came open, and, here we are.
There are a lot of people that talk about SEC football, Big Ten football, but and I heard you talking earlier, physicality, that travels, defense travels. What type of identity do you want to have in your Michigan football team?
Just that. We're going to be a physical team. We're going to be, a team that has a lot of grit, a lot of toughness, and that's our calling card. That's who we are, and that's our identity.
Coach is a skier.
Oh yeah,
leaving Utah for Michigan is going to be a bit of a change. A golfer. You're a golfer too?
I heard golf is incredible in Michigan.
We'll put our golf up against anybody.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not sure Boyne Mountain or
Nubs Knob
might not live up to what you're looking for. Yeah,
not quite Snowbird or Deer Valley. Yeah, exactly.
Michigan has it now that Taylor has left the field. 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. 2 receivers split to the right. 1 to the left. Bryce Underwood in a shotgun with Bryson Cusdall in the backfield off his right hip. This first snap of the second half is a handoff to Cusdall, and he's got some room across the 50 and into Texas territory, and he's chopped down at the Texas 44-yard line, close to a first down. Tied at 17 here, 14:38, just underway here in the second half. John, your O-line did a pretty good job there.
Some of those double teams, we're starting to get a little bit of movement, and we've got to make sure we continue to communicate up front, getting off those double teams, getting to the linebacker, and the communication has to happen in some of the pass protections.
Just shy of the first down was Cusdall, 2nd down and 1. Underwood puts a man in motion. That's Marlon Klein. Now he's back to pass. Going to fire it down the middle, incomplete. Looking for Hogan Hansen. Got on top of Hogan before he had his head turned around. That'll be 3rd and 1. I feel like you've been playing Big Ten football out west for years.
Yeah, more or less, exactly. It'll be a good fit for the Big Ten, and that's who we've been for 20 plus years, and so it suits us just fine.
Are there any challenges in recruiting? only because recruiting this area versus what some of your quote-unquote footprint was at Utah?
I don't think so, because Michigan is really a coast-to-coast national recruiting program, and so you got to be familiar with the entire country. And we have when the staff is all put together and finalized, you're going to see that we have guys that have really recruited coast-to-coast, and so I don't see that as being any more challenging than anywhere else.
3rd and 1, handoff to Cusdale. He gets knocked down short. It's 4th and 1. Michigan will go for it, and Cusdale's got the first down. Bounces off a tackler, turns upfield at the 40 and down to the 34-yard line. Move the chains for the Wolverines here in this initial drive of the second half.
Well, Coach, Doug asked me the question, but I'd love your take on Michigan's offensive line at this point.
I like it. I'm seeing some physicality up there. They're working well together, and I guess we've lost a starter or two along the way. Is that what it is?
Yeah, we got a couple of guys dinged up. We got one guy opt out, but young guys in there playing well.
Yeah, I think they are. Encouraged by what I see.
1st and 10, Michigan from the Texas 34-yard line. Snap and a reverse handoff to Samaj Morgan. Can he get the corner? And he can. Spins out of one tackle. Is knocked out of bounds for a short gain. Down to close to the 30. Gain of 4 on the reverse to Samaj Morgan. Yeah, this brand of football that we're accustomed to, like I said, you've been playing it for a while. You were used to having a great home field advantage. We went to Salt Lake there in Jim Harbaugh's first game. What a venue.
It is, and it's not the biggest venue. It only holds about 52, but it's a loud 52, and they're right on top of you. And a great student section in Utah as well. I'm sure we have a great student section in Michigan in addition.
2nd down and 7 for Michigan from the Texas 31. Underwood looks to the sideline. Now it looks like he wants to change the play. We're tied at 17, clock running, 12:26 to go, 3rd quarter. Here comes the rush. Underwood bails out of there. Flag is down, and he steps out of bounds at the 30. John, you were not happy?
Well, it's just a young player. Caden Strayhorn is obviously stepping in because Greg Crippen is out. Jake Warnera moved into center, and he just didn't get wide enough. Got his hands outside, and it's a young player going in there in a situation where, hey, he's been thrown in there. He's done a really nice job, but and some of those things are things that you develop over time. The awareness of where the ball is going. You can read that defensive lineman, and you got to be able to get your hands off.
Micah Kapana is in there at running back now, as Bryson Cusdall checks out. 4 wide for Michigan on the 2nd and 17 following the holding walk-off. Samaj Morgan goes in motion. Snap. Hand off to Apana. Cuts back against the grain. Good yardage inside the Texas 30. And it's going to make it 3rd and short. 3rd and manageable is a better way to put it after that gain of 12 by Micah Kapana.
Yeah, and that great job by Caden on that one. You got to have that short-term memory. And I'm sure that's something that you preach to these guys. You're going to make mistakes. Nobody's ever played a perfect game. You got it. How do you recover? How do you get back in the game?
Exactly. Play forward. Don't play backwards.
3rd down and 6 for Michigan. Ball at the Texas 30. They are within Zavada field goal range. Underwood fakes the clap. Texas showing blitz. Now we're ready to go. Underwood's got the snap. Rolls out to his right. Delivers it close to 1st down yardage. Knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line is Kendrick Bell. And it looks like he is just shy of a 1st down. It'll be 4th and short, and Biff Poggi has a decision to make. Coach, what would you decide to do?
Go all the way right here. No question about it. Yeah. Analytics, I'm sure, is heavy go as well.
Yeah, and they're going to bring in jumbo personnel.
Is your guy Ty?
No, he's not in there, but they've got the 2 big tight ends on the left.
Cusdall back in at running back on this 4th and 1. Underwood. In a shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Cusdall. He's got the 1st down close to the 20-yard line. Did the ball come out at the end of the run?
No, he's calling him down.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and I love the fact that, we got another lineman down.
Oh, boy. Is that one of the tight ends?
No, I think that's, is it?
Yeah, it's the tight end.
Okay.
Zach Marshall.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Zach
Jason.
Yeah.
Jason Avant down on the field. Move the chains for Michigan. 2 4th down conversions on this drive. Coach, when do you hope to have a staff named?
You know what? We should be just about in full force by this weekend. We may be short 1, possibly 2 coaches, as far as filling out the staff completely. And then we've got to continue to find some analysts, the peripheral staff, and then we should be at full strength within a week or so.
1st and 10, Michigan from the Texas 21-yard line. Underwood in a shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking to his left. Going to fire one towards the end zone. McCulley out there, and it's broken up at the last minute. Donovan McCulley at the goal line. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for Michigan.
Well, Coach, I got to be honest with you. I was one of my dreams came true this week, being able to help coach the offensive line.
I saw you out there.
I'd love to talk to you about any position you might have on your staff there. That was a hell of a lot of fun to be out there with these guys and getting down and dirty, getting ready for this game.
He's got the damage to his right eye.
Yeah, I saw that too. I know. 2nd
down and 10. Bryce Underwood, quarterback keeper, turns the corner down the left sideline, steps out of bounds near the marker, which got dropped to the ground by the official scrambling out of there. And we'll have to see where he did step out of bounds.
When you're watching a young quarterback, what are some of the things that you look for in regards to just whether it's his composure, how he handles the game, where his eyes are, decisions that he makes? What are you looking for?
Yeah, all the above. How he processes, how he goes from, through his read progression, decisions he makes. When to get rid of the ball and burn it, live to play another snap, as opposed to trying to force something in there. And you just look for the whole package and how he really manages the game.
3rd and 2, speed huddle. Out with it is Underwood, throws to the end zone. Diving attempt from Marlon Klein. He can't come up with it. Incomplete in the right corner of the end zone. Klein slow to get up.
Yeah, he had Cusdale right there to the flat for the same touchdown possibility.
Yeah, incomplete in the end zone, and that'll bring out Dominic Zavada, and the Wolverines will try and take a lead here. Zavada made one from more than 40, the 18th career field goal he's had of more than 40 yards, and that set a Michigan record. And of course, he missed the one right before half. This will be a 31-yard attempt from the left hash. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
There you go.
And Michigan takes a 20-17 lead here at the Citrus Bowl. Coach, we appreciate your time.
You bet. My pleasure.
You.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Coach.
Great to spend time with you guys. Appreciate
we will be seeing you around.
Okay, you bet.
All right. As the head coach of the Wolverines, Kyle Whittingham, joining us here in the booth from Orlando. 20-17, the Wolverines on top. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Win with UMCU. Score a financial touchdown with the University of Michigan Credit Union's Go Blue checking account and get your exclusive Block M debit card for the extra point. UMCU's Go Blue checking account comes with no minimum balance, no hidden fees, and with the Block M debit card, you can show off your maize and blue wherever you go. Join today, Michigan fans. Visit umcu.org. That's umcu.org. UMCU is insured by NCUA.
Michigan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check if they're going for it on 4th down, before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo crisps. Touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Opportunity to talk to a good Michigan man, Luke Bonner, who played baseball at Michigan. Michigan.
Yeah.
And he met Coach Whittingham appropriately in the gym at the hotel this morning. And he said his hand was still sore from the firm handshake.
From the firm handshake, yeah. Yeah.
And we just both experienced that. Kyle Whittingham, the new coach at Michigan. And overall, very excited about what the future could hold. In the meantime, Michigan, a very successful drive there to open the second half. Right down the field after a good kick return by Andrew Marsh and a 31-yard field goal from Dominic Zavada. Michigan leads Texas 20-17.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to come out of halftime, be able to put some points on the board and get that initial drive going. Now, hopefully, they don't continue to stall in the red zone. And it was nice to see a couple of fourth down conversions there. Great calls by Coach Poggi.
And he did what Kyle Whittingham would have done there.
Yep, go for it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Which I guess isn't a huge surprise. Beckham Sunderland will kick off for the Wolverines. Niblett is standing in his own end zone, and this kick will come down at the goal line, and Niblett will bring it out across the 10 to the 15, and he's lassoed and taken to the ground by, was that Troy Bowles down there?
Yep.
For Troy, playing special teams. We saw Jaden Sanders in there as a gunner with Joe Taylor. Injured and out.
Yeah, and now for this defense, right? Going into halftime, what did we talk about? We talked about being able to create pressure on on Arch Manning. You're going to have to find a way to do that. And the other thing that we talked about but didn't mention going into halftime, those safeties have been too crucial in run support. They've been caught inside anytime Texas has tried to get on the outside or bounced anything to the outside. So got to do a better job of defeating blocks up front.
Ball spotted at the 20. Arch Manning, another one of those quick wide-out screens to Wingo across the 25. And he gets two-timed and dropped to the ground, and he is woozy. Cam Brandt was in there, gain of 7. I think Zeke Berry undercut him, and Cam Brandt came over the top and finished him off.
Yeah, well, whether it was Zeke or Jair, nice job of forcing him back into the middle.
And off to Clark, who bounces it outside. He has a first down, but there's a flag in the backfield. He gets it out to the 40-yard line where he's chased out of bounds. TJ Guy, a gain of 13, but we await this call.
I believe that one's coming back.
Yeah, and Wingo's right knee.
Holding, offense number 73. 10-yard penalty, second down.
Brandon Baker, the right tackle. Wingo limps off. Jason, as you mentioned.
Right knee for sure.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That was right in front of you, wasn't it?
Yeah, right in front of me.
He is Texas's most talented wide receiver, DeAndre Moore, opting out of this game for Texas, their second leading receiver. Although Emmett Mosley's impressed me in this one, John.
Yeah. I mean, he's been effective. McCutcheon obviously has the touchdown.
Back up Texas 10 yards, second down and 13 from their own 17-yard line. Manning in a shotgun takes the snap. He's got some time, delivers over the middle. He's got his tight end who gets tripped up by Jimmy Roller at the 24-yard line. That was Jack Endries. And it's going to be third down and makeable for Texas.
I tell you what, if they could start the second half off and capitalize on forcing them into, 3rd and 6 by being able to get off the field, you give your offense, get them back on the field. They still got to have a lot of confidence in that last drive.
There we go. Texas has it. Big third down and 6 early in the second half. Michigan on top by 3. Manning takes the snap. Back to pass. Steps up, and he's going to try and run for it, and he's going to get it across the 30 to the 40. Another flag comes out to the 50, and we'll await this call. But we might have a hold downfield on Texas. And Manning's upset. He runs right in front of the Michigan bench and actually high-fives a few guys. Gain of 25.
Taken out of bounds. There is a flag on the play.
Here's the call.
Holding. Offense number 7. 10-yard penalty. Third down.
That was Khalid Lockett, the wide receiver, back up Texas again, and that takes the first down off the board.
Yeah, puts them back almost to where they were. It'd be about a net gain of about a yard and a half. So it'll be 3rd and 4.
That Velcro you talked about the whole first half is showing up in the form of a yellow flag.
Yeah, well, as long as they're in our favor, we'll take it.
So replay the third down. That was a hold downfield. It's 3rd and 4 for Texas. Manning surveys the Michigan defense. Wolverines showing a four-man front. They're going to roll Arch out to his right. He fires underneath, and he's got it, and close to the first down, and indeed getting it is that man, Khalil Lockett, who was guilty of the holding call. But a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. TJ Metcalf brought him down to move the chains for Texas.
Well, Michigan is committing so many resources to make sure that Texas doesn't beat them over the top, that they're not in position for some of those dump-offs. And Arch is doing a nice job of taking what Michigan is willing to give them at this point, and not able to come up and make the tackle before they cross the first down line.
Ball at the 31-yard line at Texas. Michigan leading 20-17. 1st and 10. Longhorns back to pass is Manning. Looking downfield, is going to let one go deep, taking a shot, and he overthrows everybody by 10 yards. Was looking for Lockett there, who's been active here in the 3rd quarter. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Lamar Morgan was running almost step for step with both Michigan defenders down the sidelines as the defensive backs coach for Michigan. He's one of the more intense coaches on this staff.
And well-liked.
Yes, by everyone, not just those defensive guys.
2nd down and 10 for Texas. Snap and play action. Manning's going to let it go, and Brandon Hillman almost had an interception.
Oh, he stepped right in front of him.
And then we get a flag, and I believe Michigan roughed the passer.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense from the 33. 15-yard penalty.
It's Dominic Nichols. Did you see a replay on this?
No, I haven't seen a replay yet. Dom is one of the players that they really expect to be a major contributor, not just today, but next year as well. And he's just a young player trying to make a play.
Move the ball
Got
out
a little
to
carried
the
away.
46-yard line after the 15-yard walk-off. And we get a whistle. What's this about?
5 seconds, 7:05. Thank you.
5 seconds back on the scoreboard.
Boy, that's too bad. Brandon Hillman read that one perfect, stepped right in front, couldn't come away with the interception, and ultimately it wouldn't have mattered. But
I'm sure you'd like to have that play back nonetheless. 1st and 10, Texas from the 46. Manning, wide receiver screen out here to the near side across the 50 into Michigan territory, where Zeke Berry and TJ Metcalf forced Parker Livingston out of bounds. Just shy of a 1st down, a gain of 9.
Their tight end, Jack Andrews, is doing a really nice job of sealing everything on the inside, not allowing Cam Brandt to pursue from the inside. He would have been the defender closest to be able to make a play.
2nd and 1, handoff to Clark running left. He's got the 1st down inside the Michigan 40 and down at the 37-yard line. Christian Clark, gain of 7 there.
That Texas offensive line is really wearing down Michigan's defensive front. Those double teams are tight. They're getting movement, and we're not getting anybody splitting them, and the linebackers aren't able to make the right decision. Once those defensive linemen get pushed back, the linebacker's going to have to guess, and it's not a great position to be in.
13 carries, 81 yards for Clark. Manning, play action, back to pass, looking to take a shot downfield. Looking for the end zone, jump ball up there, and it's incomplete, but there's a flag, and Zeke Berry is livid. He's saying his face mask got grabbed by the Texas wide receiver, Lockett. And Zeke making his case, and the officials get together, and they indicate it's going to be pass interference.
Defense number 10. 15-yard penalty automatic. 1st down.
Zeke is saying that Lockett grabbed his face mask. And they're not showing a replay.
No.
And he did grab his face mask, but he totally grabbed his face mask.
I think it was after the pass interference.
Yeah, but the thing is, Zeke was facing the football.
But he had to grab a hold of his jersey starting at about the goal line.
All right, well, Texas gets the 15-yard walk-off down to the Michigan 23-yard line. Manning in a shotgun takes the snap. Handoff to Clark, nowhere to go, and he gets buried at the line of scrimmage. Big 44, Damon Payne in there. TJ Guy, who comes up limping, will leave the field. And Lugard Edepaye will run on.
Well, you've got to be able to get upfield on those edges and not allow him to bounce outside.
Manning back to pass, steps up in the pocket now, is going to run 20, 15, 10, inside the 10, inside the 5, touchdown, Arch Manning on a scramble of 23 yards, and Texas takes a 23-20 lead.
Well, plenty of players in position to make a play. We just couldn't tackle. And
very disjointed drive filled with penalties. But Texas goes 80 yards for a touchdown, and their initial possession of the second half. And looking to add the extra point is Mason Shipley and give Texas a 4-point lead. Snap is good. Holds place down. The kick is good. 5:38 to go here in the third quarter. It's 24-20 Longhorns. 9 plays, 80 yards, 3 minutes and 55 seconds, 4 penalties, 2 on each team. Michigan will get the football back next. This is Michigan football from Learfield. Touchdown!
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go! Run, James! No. First base! Go!
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
He's hit as he throws, and it is intercepted! It's the Ohio native!
This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Planning for retirement, it's like building a strong defense. You've got to protect what matters. At Foguth Financial Group, the proud wealth management partner of Michigan Athletics, we're here to help you lock down your financial playbook with personalized strategies and expert guidance. Whether you're just starting out or about to blow that final whistle of retirement, our advisors will coach you through every play. Visit FoguthFinancial.com and secure your financial future. Foguth Financial Group, peace and purpose for your money. Go Blue!
There is nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your team. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Proud sponsor of the Alumni Association of the University of Michigan. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Nothing says home like Aunt Millie's, whether it's pregame breakfast, tailgate sliders, or postgame comfort food. Aunt Millie's is making memories from their family to yours. You can pick up all your Aunt Millie's favorites as your local Meijer. Aunt Millie's closer to home. 24-20, Texas on top. John Jansen, Michigan, last 2 times they've had the football, they've gone the length of the field. Both times field goal attempts. 1 missed, 1 made. Keys to putting the ball in the end zone when you get into the red zone.
Well, I'd like to see him run the ball more. And I know, people are going to say, oh, wow, that's offensive line guy. You put yourself in some bad positions when you're 1st and 10, you throw and there's an incompletion. Michigan should be able to pick up 3 to 4 yards every time they run the football, especially when you get in the red zone. Things get more compact in the passing game when you get down there. And, yeah, I'm fine with throwing the ball every once in a while, but you need to be able to attack on the ground. And, hey, those last couple of times, you've thrown the ball, you've come up with field goals. So next time, if I was a play caller, I would say, hey, let's run the ball on 1st and 2nd down, see where we can get.
Andrew Marsh and Zeke Berry deep for Michigan with Joe Taylor out with the injury.
Now it's going to be up to this Michigan offense. They did put a nice drive together, only came away with 3, so there should be some confidence that they take the field with.
Spencer Barnett will kick off to Andrew Marsh, who took the opening kick of the second half out to the 45. And this one will come down short and be fielded by Marsh at the 11. Across the 20 to the 25, breaks a tackle to the 30, now outside the numbers at the 40, into Texas territory. Andrew Marsh down to the 38-yard line. the second time this half, an explosive kick return from the freshman, this time 51 yards.
You cannot get the ball to that man enough.
No, yeah, find more and more ways to get Andrew Marsh the football. Hey, Jason, I'm sure you've had some returns like that in your career. You put him right back out there. I know Michigan is right now, but are you willing to give him the ball right away?
I'm giving him the ball as much as I can. As much as I can. I know he may be, gassed for a second, but that competitive nature comes out when you're on the field.
Wolverines have it, 1st and 10 from the Texas 38, 5:29 to go, third quarter, 24-20 Longhorns. Bryce takes the snap, QB run up the middle, 35, down to the 30, puts his head down, and is battling and gets all he can, a 9-yard gain on first down as the two teams are pushing and shoving after the whistles blow.
All right, boys, let's get back in the huddle, get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep. Gain of 9 on the quarterback power to the right for Bryce Underwood. Talk about his speed, also his size, 6'4", 230.
Yeah, he's going to be a guy that's going to run through some tackles.
4 wide on this 2nd and 1. Stacked receivers to either side. Kuzdal in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to Kuzdal. First down to the 25, down to the 20. Now he's battling, and the pile is getting pushed down close to the 15-yard line. And, look at Blake Frazier. He's fired up. A little bit of a scrum. Last 2 plays have resulted in scrums with both teams pushing. This time, 11 yards for Bryson Kuzdal, and the Wolverines quickly get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, don't sub. If you don't sub, they have to keep the same guys in there.
1st and 10, Michigan. Snap. They're going to roll out Bryce Underwood to the left, looking downfield. Now he's going to flip it to Marlon Klein, who catches it at the 15 and then gets drilled.
At that point, hey, instead of just tiptoeing down the line of scrimmage, it doesn't do you any benefits to throw the ball 2 yards to Marlon Klein. Just go ahead and take off running.
And Marlon is immediately, he's waving himself over to the sideline and saying, I need a little assistance. This might be a targeting call. Warren Robeson was the tackler. Is this one going to get reviewed?
I don't know. We have a booth with no reviews, so.
It goes in the books as a gain of 2.
Yeah, you may want to run that as a quarterback.
Yeah.
You got a lead blocker out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, just, hey, give him the go call. And he'll turn around. You got yourself an extra blocker.
Yeah. It was a spacing problem right there. They had run a smash concept with a 5 or 6 yard hitch by Samaj, and then you had a guy running to the flat as well. It was a spacing problem.
Timeout down below as they attend to Marlon Klein. And you can hear the Michigan fans with the Let's Go Blue chant here. Teams getting into it. They're fired up. This game is getting feisty between Michigan and Texas here at the Citrus Bowl.
One of the questions I heard was, will this team be emotionally able to play in this game? And I think this is a great example. Yet that answer is a resounding yes.
Deacon Tonelli made his way all the way down to the end zone, imploring the Michigan fans down there to make more noise. Marlon Klein is up, and he's making his way off the field under his own power, which is a good sign. It was actually a gain of 3 down to the 15. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 and back in the red zone. Wolverines need to finish this drive in the paint.
Keep that ball on the ground.
Let's see if Coach Jansen dialing up the right play call here. 2nd and 7 for the 15. Underwood in a shotgun. Everybody jammed in tight. Kuzdal in the backfield. He goes spinning handoff to Kuzdal, who's got some room. Flag flies down to the 13-yard line.
They run the old counter using Jalen Hoffman as one of the pulling.
Offside. Defense number 1.
That'll help.
Yep. Colin Simmons on film, he's one of those guys that tries to time up the snap count. And that time it looks like he just lined up off sides.
Move Michigan 5 yards closer to the end zone. It'll be 2nd and 2 at the Texas 10. Hoffman in there, one of the tight end spots for the injured Marlon Klein. Pistol formation with Bryson Kuzdal deep. Snap. Quarterback keeper around the right end is Bryce. To the 10, flag flies in. To the 5, down to the 3. And multiple flags are flying in now.
Holding.
They're still throwing flags.
I mean, right? Brady Norton was pointing at Texas. Texas is pointing back.
Well, if they called defensive holding, it'd be the only time this year.
Foul. Illegal blindside block. Offense number 1. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
I mean, it was 2nd and 2, and now suddenly it's 2nd and 17. Michigan now 7 penalties for 80 yards.
That's one thing.
Letter of the law.
Well, there's one thing you cannot do in the red zone is shoot yourself in the foot, whether it's penalties, guys going the wrong way. You got to be disciplined in the red zone.
2nd down and 17. Ball at the Texas 25-yard line following a penalty. Underwood takes the snap. Back to pass. Fires one deep for McCulley. Jump ball incomplete. Not much of a chance down there at the Texas 5-yard line.
No, and Bryce is so confident in his arm that he just steps back. He's not under pressure, but he just flips the ball up. Instead of setting his feet, delivering the football, he just kind of off his back foot flips it up there, hoping that Donovan McCulley's going to go make a play.
3rd down and 17 from the Texas 25. 3 wide receivers split wide right. 1 to the left is McCulley. Andrew Marsh split out wide right. Bryce looking to the sideline. Touchdown in the backfield. Texas showing a 4-man front, and the Wolverines are going to have to take a timeout as the play clock was ticking down, and that just gets the Texas fans more fired up.
Yeah, I'm surprised Michigan got in their stance so quickly. 3rd and 15,
Third
and 17. You're more likely going to be throwing the ball, and all 5 guys up front were in a 3-point stance. It's not ideal if you're going to be setting on Colin Simmons on a route that's going to take some time to run.
Dominic Zavada 2 for 3 in field goal attempts in this game, well within his range. And this, the red zone penalty is such a killer when you add it 2nd and 2.
Yeah.
Well, actually, would have had a 1st and goal had they not thrown the flag. But
yeah, and if you're nervous about Bryce throwing the ball into the end zone or throwing down inside the 10, RPO, something that draws those linebackers up, maybe you're able to dump it off quick and let your playmakers go make a play.
All right, we're ready to go on this 3rd and 17. Bryce Underwood takes the snap. Back to pass, looking to his left, going to fire, and it's intercepted at the 5 by Texas. Wardell Max got it, coming the other direction. He gets drilled at the 6 and taken to the ground by Nathan Afobe.
Now, they're going to get 97, Alex January, for hitting Bryce, but I think that hit came after the interception.
So that'll be half the distance.
Yeah.
Unless it's roughing.
Yeah, but if it happens after the interception?
I think roughing. They're talking it over.
Yeah, and here's the thing, though. That ball should have never been thrown.
No.
It was, he predetermined. He was looking there.
We have 2 fouls on the play, both after the interception. Illegal block in the back after the interception. Defense, number 26, that penalty's declined. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. And the intercepting team, number 97. That penalty will be enforced, half the distance to the goal. It'll be Texas football, 1st down.
Okay, well, there you go. No. So now it's up to the defense to not let Texas out of jail here, right? Because they'll have it 1st and 10 inside their own 5-yard line, I believe, after the walk-off. Half the distance to the goal.
It'll be interesting to see what Wink dials up here. I know he's going to want to have to get after the quarterback, but to do that, because you're not winning with 4 up front, add in a linebacker, maybe bring somebody from the edge, but you make yourself vulnerable on the back end.
Ball be placed at the 4-yard line, 1st and 10 for Texas.
That was just a careless throw.
Yeah, kind of forced it to Marshall. All right, see what the defense can do. 3 and out here and get the ball back in Texas territory. Quite possibly. Manning standing in his own end zone in a shotgun. Takes the snap and is going to fire on a slant, incomplete, looking for his wide receiver. That was McCutcheon.
Yeah, and if McCutcheon would have caught it, the hitman was right there. I'm glad he pulled off because he wanted to drop the hammer, but a nice decision by Brandon Hillman to pull off on that hit at the last second.
2nd down and 10 for Texas from their own 4-yard line. Manning's going to take a snap from under center. Wolverines showing a 5-man front. Jimmy Roller crowding the line of scrimmage, showing blitz. Now he backs out of there. Snap and a handoff to Clark up the middle across the 5 to the 10 and out close to the first down, just short at the 13-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for Texas, 9 yards.
Just getting way too much push on that defensive front.
Clock running, 2:26 to go. Texas leading 24-20 here in the Citrus Bowl. 3rd down and 1 for the Longhorns.
And you got the big beef in there. They shouldn't be able to run on those guys like that, but.
We get a whistle and a timeout. What is this?
Ruling on the field as the runner was stopped short of the line to gain. That plays under further review.
They thinking he maybe got the first down?
I don't know.
We don't see replays up here.
So we'll have to
take their word for it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, the Michigan offense has moved the football plenty. It's just been problems in the red zone in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, whether it's incompletions, putting yourself in, disadvantaged position with long down and distance, or obviously the bad decision by Bryce to throw that last interception. And he'll learn. He's a guy that studies the game. He's going to study this one, and he's looking right at the receiver. He's locked into him the entire time, and the Texas defense was reading his eyes. Lazy throw, and it was an easy interception for Texas. Now, what the defense needs to do, now that the defense is out there, if you're going to go big with Enoeta, Trey Williams, Damon Payne, even if it's Rayshon Benny in there, you've got to find a way to stop that run right up the middle. That's where the beef of this defense is.
And an announcement, I believe, indeed, they're going to go with short of the line to gain. I could not hear the lead official there. Mike Roush. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. Texas leaves their sideline. Michigan sends the defense out there.
And this is where you got to be very disciplined. We've seen a lot of these short yardage situations. Arch is the one that ends up running on the outside, selling that run in the middle, and then coming outside.
3rd down and 1 for the Longhorns. Manning in a shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off. Hitting the backfield is Clark. He's still fighting, and he's not going to get there. Jaden Mangum comes in, and this is going to be a loss of 3 yards. Call it 2 yards. It'll be 4th down, and the defense is going to force the 3 and out that we called for, John.
Yeah, great job by the front of that defense. Hey, they stood up tall. They knew what they had to do, and they pushed that offensive line. Those interior 3 offensive linemen were literally 2 yards in the backfield. And then Jaden Mangum was the one that was able to get in there and clean things up.
And now, the dangerous Andrew Marsh standing on his own 40.
You got to watch the fakes.
Well, they don't fake it. The punt is away, and Marsh will field it at the 45. Cuts towards the Texas sideline into Texas territory and down to the 45 of the Longhorns. A return of 10 yards following a 43-yard punt, and Michigan will have it 1st and 10 in Texas territory, trailing 24-20 with 1:16 to go.
Well, that's always the goal, is you want to be able to pick up 1 first down on a punt return. You'd love to take it to the house, but you pick up that 1 first down, that's 1 less first down that the offense has to try and find out there. And right now, this offense has moved the ball well between the 20s. That's not been the issue. The issue's been once you get in a red zone, you got to find a way to put it in the end zone.
I'll tell you what, I'm pretty impressed with Kerry Combs' impact on the special teams in just 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. It does seem to be much more consistent, much more reliable.
Really, with the exception of the missed field goal. It's been very good today. 1st and 10 from the Texas 45. 1:16 to go, 3rd quarter. Wolverines down 4. Underwood Takes the snap, hands it off to Cusdell. Up the middle, battling, gets 2 yards down to the 43-yard line. It'll be second down and long for Michigan.
This is where you got to remind those big guys up front, hey, pad level matters. You're trying to work those double teams. I mean, you're talking about guys up there that are, 320, 330, even 340. You've got to get underneath their pads. You've got to be able to get movement up front.
17 carries, 84 yards for Bryson Cusdall. Second down and 8 from the Texas 43. Underwood takes the snap. Fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. Hogan Hansen had it. Texas hit him right when the ball got there to dislodge it. It'll be third down.
And he was right there, right near the first down marker as well. If he'd have come up short, it would have been third and about 6 inches. Got to find a way to hold on to that ball.
Hansen coming back from injury.
Seems like the tempo of Rice's ball kind of hurting a little bit.
Micah Apana in there at running back for Michigan. Third down and 8. Underwood claps his hands. Texas jumped into the neutral zone, but they got back. Now they're changing the play. We're late in the play clock. Bryce has to hurry. And eventually we get a flag, and it's going to be a delay of game. And once again,
offense. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Texas fans getting into it. It's frustrating. Michigan's already had to burn 1 timeout in this game in the second half. And I don't know if Biff Poggi wanted to burn another one there, but it looks like Bryce tried to change the play too late. So now it's 3rd and 13 from the Texas 48. 3 receivers split wide right. 1 to the left, that's Donovan McCulley. Underwood takes the snap. Back to pass, under pressure, dumps it off underneath to Deacon Tonelli, who gets close to the first down, diving to the Texas 36-yard line, made 1 man miss, turned upfield, a gain of 11. It's going to be 4th down, and it looks like about a yard.
Yeah, and this is where you got to have that confidence play. Right away, you should be telling them what you're going to run. Are they going to take it to the quarter?
No, they're going to take it to the end. Okay. Get ready for the cannon. Remember, they like to fire cannons here any chance they get. That is coming in 3, 2, and 1. And that's the end of the third quarter.
That's how you know we're old right there. We have to prepare for loud noises.
Michigan will have it 4th and 2, trailing by 4 here at the Citrus Bowl when the fourth quarter gets underway. Next, you're listening to Michigan football from Learfield.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
When people yell, "Go Blue," most people think of the Michigan Wolverines. Hail to the victors, the maize and blue. But what does Go Blue mean in the liquor store? It means go for a long drink. Go for the blue can with undefeated flavor, a refreshing mix of citrus, sparkling soda, and a kick of real liquor. So go blue. Then go blue. For the Wolverines, we mean long drink. Proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. 5.5% alcohol by volume. Gin with natural flavors. Copyright 2024. The Long Drink Company, Carmel, Indiana. Please enjoy responsibly.
Step into luxury this January with a $275,000 Escalade giveaway at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Every Friday and Saturday from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., 2 lucky guests will win $250 in premium play and 250 bonus entries every hour. And don't miss the grand finale on January 30th and 31st at 11 p.m. 1 lucky winner each night will drive away in a 2026 Cadillac Escalade. Only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
Hey Michigan fans, is it time to upgrade your outdoor living space? As the #1 brand in premium decking, TimberTech scores big points for real wood looks without the costly maintenance. It will never rot, warp, splinter, or peel. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck can perform at the top of its game season after season. TimberTech, official decking and railing partner of Michigan Athletics. Order free samples at timbertech.com. That's timbertech.com.
Marsh, John Jansen, Jason Avant down below. It's 4th and 2 from Michigan. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan football from Learfield. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the SiriusXM app. All right, John Jansen, 4th and a little over a yard here. Michigan down 24-20. It'll be the first play of the fourth quarter. What play call do you like here?
I'm going right downhill, right behind Blake Frazier, Nathan Afobe. I love the fact that Jake Warner is in there at center. He does a great job of being able to reach front side. Kay Strayhorn, one of the things I talked about earlier in the game, he does a great job of being low and keeping his shoulders square. That's your best chance to be able to get some push up front, get behind those big boys on the left side and tell them, hey, you want to win this game? It's on you.
Jason Avant, what play call do you like here?
I'm going to go naked right, Cusdaw to the flat, the same one that Marlon Klein dropped touchdown. Cusdaw was open in the flat. I would love that play again.
Well, Cusdaw limped off, and it's Micah Kapana. In there, who's not the biggest of backs on this 4th and a little more than a yard.
We're not predictable. Offensive lineman says run. Receiver says pass.
Underwood will take a snap from under center. Turn and roll out to the right, looking downfield. He's got Kapana, who's got the first down.
You're welcome, Jason.
Jason Avant with the call and move the chains as he is wrangled down at the Texas 28-yard line after a gain of 8.
You know a little something about football there, John.
Yeah. Well, they put the jumbo personnel in there. Ty Hamilton was in there. I thought for sure they were going to grind this one out. But, hey, we'll take a first down any way we can get it.
1st and 10, Michigan from the Texas 28. Underwood in a shotgun with Kapana in the backfield. 3 receivers split wide left. Now Samaj Morgan goes in motion from left to right. Snap, Bryce back to pass. He's in trouble, bails out of there to the right. Looking downfield, here comes a flag, and the ball is bounced short of Samaj, incomplete. And if this is another penalty, it's been a Michigan problem when they get into the scoring zone.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Brady Norton, who's filling in for Andrew Sprague at right tackle.
And you've got to understand, with a quarterback like Bryce, he's going to escape the pocket. Now, Brady put himself in bad position because he got beat on the inside. But as soon as your defensive lineman, edge guy, down guy, doesn't matter. Soon as they start to escape, trying to mirror the quarterback, you got to let go.
Ball backed up to the Texas 38-yard line, 1st and 20.
Please just hit the game clock to 14-14, please. 1414, thank you.
So another penalty backs up Michigan, 1st and 20. Trailing 24-20 here at the Citrus Bowl. Underwood surveys the Texas defense. Claps his hands, takes the snap, handoff Kapana. Up the middle, bounces off a blocker, gets inside the 35, down to the 33. Gain of 5 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd and 15.
That's where you miss the experience of a Jordan Marshall to be able to be patient, not get so far into the line of scrimmage. You run into the back of your offensive lineman. If he's able to be just a little more patient, that cutback lane is there, and you're probably out the gates for a big gainer.
Yeah, that cutback lane to the left was
it's huge.
Kapana came into this game with only 7 carries. It looks like he's going to carry the load the rest of the way after Cusdaw limped off. Wide receiver screen set up and thrown out here to Andrew Marsh, and he gets submarine as Tonelli misses a block, and Cade Phillips gets Marsh in the backfield for a loss of 2, setting up 3rd and long.
Wow, you're really vulnerable at that time. If you're not able to get a block from both of the tight ends out there.
Yeah, just think about the difference there, John, of Texas running these plays with their tight ends against a corner. We got to make that play if you're a tight end versus a corner.
Marlon Klein left this game injured, so we're down the depth chart there. 3 receivers split wide right, 1 to the left on this 3rd down and 17 from the Texas 35-yard line. Underwood takes the snap, steps up, looking downfield, will deliver, and it's caught by Donovan McCauley close to the first down. I think he's just short by about a yard. A gain of 16 And a good throw and a good catch as McCulley had to go to the ground right at the 19-yard line. We're looking at another 4th down and short for Michigan. And here comes Kuzdal back onto the field. And Apana comes off.
Bringing in Jalen Hoffman. He's the replacement for Max Bredesen. We've seen him throughout the course of the year, but with Max being down, he's the guy that if they're gonna pull left guard, he's gonna be the extra puller.
Wolverines are gonna go for it. Snap, handoff to Kuzdal up the middle, and he's got the first down inside the 18, down close to the 17-yard line. Another 4th down conversion. Michigan, their fourth down conversion in 4 attempts in this game. Second on this drive. Big drive here, inside 12 minutes left. Snap. They're going to roll out Underwood to the right. Fires, and he's got McCulley at the 5. He goes to the ground to scoop it off the turf. Complete. 12 yards. 1st and goal, Michigan. The Wolverines quickly to the line of scrimmage. Underwood claps his hands, takes the snap. Handoff to Kuzdal, who trips on the 6-yard line and falls forward to the 4.
That's one where I'd like Bryce to be able to, hey, fake that one and keep it. You got that on the read option. You got that choice. Texas is crashing down that defensive end. I think Bryce would have just walked into the end zone at that point.
Kuzdal, little hitch in his giddy up, checks out of the game. Apana is back in. 2nd down and 5 from the Texas 5-yard line. Underwood in a shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to roll out to the right. Bryce inside the 5. Bryce battling, dives for the goal line. We await the call.
Touchdown.
He's in. Touchdown, Wolverines. Bryce Underwood, a 5-yard touchdown run, and Michigan is back on top here in the Citrus Bowl, 26-24.
Great job by Jalen Hoffman, leading them right to the end zone.
And this may get reviewed, John. Did the ball start to come out of Bryce Underwood's hands as he reached for the pylon, or did it break the plane first?
I think it broke the plane first, but
I don't know how they can overturn that one. That was really close.
Yeah, I'm glad they called it a touchdown on the field.
The replay they're showing in-house is not the TV replay, as they seem to have limited camera capabilities here in-house. But it is, the officials are talking. A review has not been announced, has it?
No.
Meanwhile, there's an injured Longhorn down on the field.
Going on the field of a touchdown is under further review.
Here's what I think is one of the dumbest rules in football.
I know you don't like it.
I can't stand this rule. If this is ruled a touchdown, it is Texas's football on the 20. Or if this is ruled a touchback. If it's ruled a fumble, the ball goes over to the defense and they get it at the 20. And I don't think that makes any sense. I never have.
And how would you modify it?
Specifically costly. How would I modify it? I think the ball goes back to the offense where it was last. Nobody recovered it. In the meantime, the injured Longhorn was Anthony Smith. So, Mike Roush. Roche is under the hood right now.
And there is a network camera that is positioned. I don't know if it was there on that last play, but he's positioned to get a good view right down the goal line. But again, we only get a chance to see what they show us in the stadium.
What I don't like here, John, is that experience over the years, the longer the review, the more likely a call gets overturned.
Only if they bring out that little notepad.
They start writing things down, that's a problem. Roche under the hood.
Oh, we got another view here. That's a touchdown.
Oh, boy.
That's a touchdown, Doug. Have some faith.
All right, the officials are now discussing things.
Because you still can't see where, I mean, it's not right down the goal line. And I think right there, he's still got possession.
The ball starts to come out. It hits the pylon. All it's got to do is just break the
plane. the front part of the goal line.
I think that's a touchdown.
Yeah, right there, that's a touchdown.
Well, again, this review is taking so long.
Hey, fans, take a look at the big board. It's part of those winning.
It's got me concerned.
Our winning ticket number 99.
Okay, the headset is off. And here's the call.
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld for touchdown.
John Jansen with the call. Bryce Underwood, a 5-yard touchdown run upheld, and Michigan's lead is 26-24 with 10:56 to go in the ballgame.
So when they say upheld
they don't
versus
say,
confirmed.
I think they just say upheld all the time now, don't they? Did they get rid of the confirmed?
The confirmed? I don't know. We'll wait till next time.
Yeah. Dominic Zavada on for the extra point to try and give Michigan a 3-point lead. Snap, good. Placement, good. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And Michigan leads the Citrus Bowl 27-24. Back and forth we go here in Orlando. Wolverines on top. Texas gets the football back. The Longhorns down by 3. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hail to the victors. This is Wolverines football from Learfield.
You know what they say. Early bird gets the ultimate vacation home. Book early and save over $530 on a week-long stay with Vrbo. Because early gets you closer to the action. Whether it's waves lapping at the shore or snoozing in a hammock that overlooks, well, whatever you want it to. So you can all enjoy the payoff come summer with Vrbo's early booking deals. Rise and shine. Average savings $550. Select homes only. Minimum 7-day stay required.
If you're an HVAC technician and a call comes in, Grainger knows that you need a partner that helps you find the right product, fast and hassle-free. And you know that when the first problem of the day is a clanking blower motor, there's no need to break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product details, you're confident you'll soon have everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plays, 60 yards, 5-yard touchdown run by Bryce Underwood, and Michigan leads Texas 27-24 with 10:56 to go in the ballgame. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm and proud partner of Michigan athletics. Jason Avant down below.
Yeah, as soon as Jalen Hoffman got to the sideline, Max Bredesen was the guy that he went to, and you can see him coaching up. Both guys were excited, and you can see like the torch kind of being passed there. So on that scoring touchdown by Bryce, you saw Jalen Hoffman out there leading the way, and that's what Max Bredesen would have been in that situation.
Love it. Max, of course, injured, not playing in this game, assuming a coaching role with this team, just like John Jansen did with the O-line leading up to this game.
Yeah, he's coaching right now. Everyone is like tuned in. Every mouths are open listening to him now.
Fullback life.
Yeah, Max is two-time captain, and unfortunately he can't play. Hate to see Kripp go down in his last opportunity to play for Michigan, but those guys are stepping up in a lot of different ways, as you would expect a captain to do.
Jacob Sunderland will kick off for Michigan, and he will drill this one into the end zone over the head of Ryan Niblett, and Texas will take over on the 25-yard line with Michigan on top, 27-24.
And just as a little fun fact, Bryce Underwood is 19-31 right now for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's also run for 1, but he's found 10 different receivers.
There's been some huge plays in this game. You think about Tonelli on that 3rd and 17, coming up with 16 yards. Then a 3rd and 12. Donovan McCulley came up with 11 yards. Wolverines converted both 4th and shorts on that touchdown drive. Texas is going to run it with Christian Clark to the left on a toss sweep. He cuts back, and he's met by Troy Bowles right in the hole. Good job by the linebacker, the transfer from Georgia, son of Todd, a gain of 1.
Got to play good team defense, and to do that, you've got to have pursuit. You got to be able to have those big guys up front try and push that ball down the line of scrimmage, and when he cuts back to you, your linebackers are right there to make the play.
2nd down and 9 for Texas. Clock running inside 10.5 minutes to go. Empty backfield now for Arch Manning. Wolverines showing a 6-man front. Back to pass is Manning. He's got time. Will deliver on a slant. He's got his man Livingston out near the 38-yard line, complete. He's dropped right there. 1st down, gain of 13 for Texas.
TJ Metcalf was in coverage. He just got his feet jumbled up, wasn't able to make the cut.
If the D-line can't get home, they got to get their hands up.
Yeah. We've had a couple of batted passes, and that's why.
1st and 10, Texas from their own 38-yard line. Snap, and they're going to roll out Manning to the left. Looking downfield, will deliver, and it's incomplete. Behind his intended receiver, Livingston. In coverage out there, Jair. And it's 2nd down.
Jair focused obviously on the receiver, but if he had a chance to peek at that football, he might have been in position to pick it off, as that ball was thrown a good bit behind the receiver.
Wolverines won on 1st down earlier in this drive. Texas converted a 2nd and long. They went on 1st down again. It's 2nd and long again for the Longhorns. Manning in a shotgun, takes the snap, play action, going to deliver, and immediately hit when the football arrives is the wide receiver, Dalen McCutcheon. He got absolutely leveled by Jordan Young, and the ball falls to the turf, incomplete.
Boy, you could see that one a mile away. Jordan Young knew exactly where that ball was going, and he had about a 10-yard head start before that hit, and he brought every pound that he had to bear on that receiver.
I love to see it. I'm tired of those screens on the edges.
Yeah, no kidding. It's 3rd down and 10 now for Texas. Following the outstanding play by the freshman, and here come the Michigan fans, making their presence felt. Manning in a shotgun with everybody jammed in tight on this 3rd and long. Takes the snap. Looking downfield, bails out of there to the left. He's got some running room to the 40, and Jordan Young drags him down at the 45, 3 yards short of a 1st down. Oh, this freshman's so impressive.
Yeah, boy, he's made some big plays. He's been there in run support, and nice job by getting to the outside, defeating a block, coming underneath, and then making the tackle on Arch Manning.
They're giving him the 46. This is 4th and 2, and Texas is going to leave the offense on the field.
You better get matched up. Nobody's over on the... There goes Jair Hill.
Hold your water, don't jump off sides. Manning in a shotgun, claps his hands, now looks to the sideline. Watch the football on this 4th and 2. We're late in the play clock. Manning lines up again, ready to go. And takes the snap, back to pass. Here comes a blitz, he's in trouble, he escapes it, and he's got the 1st down. Arch Manning into Michigan territory, down to the 40-yard line, where he is hit, and what a play there as a jailbreak pass rush. Almost got home, 15 yards for Arch Manning and a 1st down.
Had him dead to rights in the backfield. I don't know how he gets out of there. It was Jordan Young again that was in there on the pressure, and just finds a way to get out, picks up the 1st, big 1st.
It's getting late here, 8:20 to go in the ball game. Michigan on top, 27-24. From the Michigan 39-yard line, Manning takes the snap, hands it off to Clark, running right. He's got some room across the 35, spins out of a tackle inside the 30, and down to the 29-yard line where Dominic Nichols takes him down.
Wow, some of these big runs, we saw it on the Arch Manning touchdown. It's just missed tackles.
1st and 10, hand off to Clark, running left. Not as much room as he gets swallowed up in the center of that O-line. Rayshon Benny came out of there with the football.
I tell you what, Nate Marshall did a great job. It's the same run that they've been bouncing to the outside. Nothing to go on the inside. They bounce it out. Nate Marshall was right there, force everything back to the middle, and only a 2-yard pickup.
Clark, 18 carries now, 104 yards. Second down and 8 from the Michigan 25. We're at 7:20 left in the ball game. Wolverines on top, 27-24. Manning in a shotgun. Takes the snap. Texas moved. There you go.
That's that left tackle. That's the one we talked about earlier in the game. Finally got him.
Trevor Gooseby is the guilty party. Back him up 5 yards.
Before the snap, false start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Good job, John.
Yeah, hey, you got to be in those referees' ears.
I think this referee's from Boston. Ryan Wingo, by the way, has not returned since he left with that. Jason, you thought it was a knee injury.
Yeah, it looked like a right knee injury. I can't remember who came up, either as Metcalf or the hitman that hit him right in the knee.
Second down and 13 for Texas following the penalty. Pistol formation with Michael Terry deep. Back to pass his arch. Going to take a shot down the sidelines in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Khalil Lockett. Beat Jair Hill. Khalil Lockett from 30 yards. Pulled it in the corner of the end zone for a Texas touchdown.
So in that situation, before you look back, you want to get into position. And I thought Suge looked back without being connected to the receiver, and it hurts you in that situation. Put your body on his frame and then look back.
Khalil Lockett, a freshman.
I mean, it's just a great pass by Arch Manning.
It's his first career touchdown. Texas leads it by 3, 30-27. Mason Shipley on for the extra point. Out of the hold of Jack Bomeister. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up. It is also good. So Texas back on top, 31-27 with 6:54 to go in the ball game. Michigan will get the football back. High drama indeed here in Orlando. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Nothing says home like Aunt Millie's, whether it's in your cupboard, at your local Meijer, or even at the big house. From pregame breakfast, tailgate sliders, or postgame victory food, Aunt Millie's is baking memories from their family to yours. Pick up all your Aunt Millie's favorites at your local store, or grab a hot dog or a hamburger at the big house to see what we're all about. Aunt Millie's, closer to home.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Wolverine fans, it's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, your official craft beer of Michigan athletics, has the perfect beers for your game day traditions. Founders has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like All Day IPA, MI Pilsner, and their Mortal Bloom Hazy IPA right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Whether you're at the game, tailgating, or watching from home, there's nothing like enjoying a Michigan-made beer from Founders Brewing Company.
Need plastics? Alro Plastics is your source for cut-to-size performance plastics. Our inventory includes sheet, rod, tube, grating, and plate. We cut and ship many orders the same day. Since 1987, Alro Plastics has provided value-added processing to meet the most demanding fabrication requirements. Whether your business is large or small, we will provide you with competitive pricing, technical support, and superior service. Learn more at alro.com/plastics.
Myers, the presenting sponsor of the 2025 Michigan football season, a proud supporter of hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. Texas goes 9 plays and 80 yards, includes a critical 4th and 2 scramble by Arch Manning to move the chains and keep a drive alive. Longhorns wrap up the drive on a 30-yard touchdown pass from Manning to Lockett. It's 31-27, Longhorns, 6:54 to go. And guys, as we've seen in this second half, Andrew Marsh, the playmaker, does Texas try and kick away from him?
Well, I mean, he's every kick return he's had here in the second half, he's been at least gotten it out to about midfield. So if I'm them, I'd just probably try and kick it through the back of the end zone.
Well, they don't seem to have that capability. There's only 8 touchbacks on the year. But remember, Joe Taylor's out. Zeke Berry is the up man here.
Well, and I know this is going to come down to more than a field goal, but Joe Taylor was the holder. And so I'm not sure what path they're going to go past Hudson Hollenbach and Joe Taylor.
I had somebody hold on that last extra point. I did not see who it was. So keep an eye on that. And obviously Michigan needs a touchdown here at this point. So Andrew Marsh standing on his own goal line. As this kick will come down to Marsh at the 5. He fields it across the 10. Cuts to the near side. Tries to turn the corner to 25, to the 30. Now outside the numbers to the 35, and he's wrestled out of bounds there. Andrew Marsh, 31 yards on the kick return, and Michigan has decent field position.
You know what it is as well, not just Andrew Marsh. They have a lot of people that play, a lot of players that play, that start at times out there on special teams. That's what you can see the difference is. There's a lot of guys that play, and so you have better athletes on special teams.
Yeah, better athletes, more experience. And I think Kerry Combs is making a big difference. We haven't had kick returns like this. We haven't had punt returns. And it's nice to see him be effective.
Cusdall back in the football game in the backfield next to Bryce Underwood. 3 receivers split to the right. That's the wide side of the field. From the 36, 1st and 10. Underwood takes the snap, going to step up in the pocket and break a tackle. Across the 40, dives ahead to the 42-yard line for a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Nice job by the offensive line of seeing the blitzer line up on the outside, taking their time. Jake Warner has done a really nice job of being able to redirect some of the protections, sending Brady Norton out to pick him up, and then all of a sudden Bryce just goes right up the middle.
2nd down and 4 from the 42-yard line. Wolverines trail by 4, 6:18 to go in the ball game. Texas showing blitz again. Snap and a handoff to Cusdall, gets dragged down in the backfield. Loss of 3. And it was Brad Spence coming off the edge. Yeah. So Jalen Hoffman missed a block?
Yeah. They blitzed him in the backside B gap. Jalen Hoffman mixed them, and he's the one that ends up making the tackle in the backfield.
3rd down and 8 for Michigan. Underwood in a shotgun. Cusdall in the backfield. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket and tries to run, and he gets dragged down, and here comes a late flag. And Bryce just got back to the line of scrimmage. We await this call. I only really hope for an illegal hands to the face.
Face mask?
Well,
long conversation.
Again, sometimes, I talked about with the tackles, when the quarterback escapes on the outside, you got to read that defensive lineman. Sometimes up the middle, as a defensive lineman is trying to reach for the quarterback, you can have one of those interior 3 get called for holding.
Here's the call.
Two fouls on the play on each team. First foul, face mask, offense number 70. First foul, face mask on the defense. Fouls are set. We play 3rd down.
Yep.
I should take that because that nullifies a 3rd down stop for Texas. All right, what's Coach Kasula got up his sleeve here? We're at 5:33 to go in the ball game. Michigan trailing by 4 and looking at a critical 3rd and 8. 2 receivers split to either side. It's 2 tight ends to the wide side. The 2 receivers, Marsh and McCulley, split wide to the left. Apana's in the backfield. Texas crowding the line of scrimmage on this 3rd and 8. Underwood takes the snap. Back to pass. He's got time. Delivers over the middle, and it's intercepted. Intercepted in Michigan territory and brought back to the Michigan 45-yard line is Ty Anthony Smith.
Another personal foul on Texas after the play, taking another shot at Bryce. But again, it was after the interception, and that was Jamal just a little bit underthrown, too low.
Well, they're having quite a party on the far sideline right now.
After the interception, Personal foul on this roughness with the intercepting team, number 93. 15-yard penalty, lead Texas football, first down.
It's Hero Canoe, a transfer from Ohio State. So 15 yards will back Texas up, and now the defense has to come up with a stop. Bryce was looking for Deacon Tonelli down the seam and just underthrew it. Texas has the football back with 5:15 to go and a 4-point lead for the Longhorns. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Any true Wolverine knows you're a Wolverine for life. At Greenleaf Trust, we believe in that same lifelong commitment. With a 99% client retention rate, our relationships span generations, just like your loyalty to the Maize and Blue. We specialize in goals-based wealth management, trust administration, and retirement plan services for today and generations to come. Because staying true isn't just a Michigan tradition, it's our tradition too. Learn more at greenleaftrust.com and go blue.
And we pause for a word over this, the very Maize and Blue Michigan Football Network.
This is Michigan football from Learfield.
Michigan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
The official podcast home of the Wolverines is Go Blue Podcasts. Join John Jansen and me, Brian Bush, as we cover Michigan athletics all year long. Get the latest on Michigan football on In the Trenches, presented by Meyer. Defend the Block focuses on both the men's and women's basketball programs. And Conquering Heroes covers all other Michigan sports. Enjoy all of those episodes and much more on Go Blue Podcasts. Just search Go Blue Podcasts on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Last time Bryce Underwood threw an interception in this game, the Michigan defense came up with a 3-and-out and forced a punt. It certainly would be a good time to repeat that. Texas has had the football 3 times in the second half. They've gone touchdown, punt, touchdown. So maybe the trend continues. Texas, after the penalty, the football backed up to their own 40-yard line. And with 5:15 to go and the Longhorns hanging on to a 4-point lead, we've reached critical mass for the Michigan defense.
Yeah, Texas is going to focus on the run, and a lot of them are going to be the ones that they're just trying to cram it up inside, look them to bounce it to the outside, see if they can draw those safeties inside. But when they do throw the ball, you're going to have to find a way to put pressure on Arch. He's been limping around a little bit. I know that last run that he took a hit at the end.
First and 10, Texas from their own 40. Manning takes the snap, going to go QB run, makes a man miss. He's got wide open field in front of him. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. No limp there, 60 yards. Arch Manning, one play, touchdown.
Nope.
Who is it he made miss in the hole there?
We had the safety down, Brandon Hillman, but I don't know if he... To prevent a play like that, I don't know where he was in that situation.
60-yard touchdown run for Arch Manning. His second touchdown run of the ball game, and Texas extends its lead to 37 to 27. Extra point from Mason Shipley. Good snap, good hold. The kick is also good. Arch Manning now 217 passing yards and 155 rushing yards against this Michigan defense.
Right there, you saw Cam Brandt go inside, which he would be correct in that moment because you have a safety that's outside, but you can't allow the guy to split the middle of you, too.
No. And you just see how dangerous he is with his feet. I mean, he got into the secondary in a foot race with Michigan's safeties, and he extended that distance.
Well, that leaves some time on the clock, but Michigan now is down by 2 scores. And they're pretty much going to have to go hurry up. They had a very successful hurry-up drive at the end of the first half, which resulted in a field goal attempt that unfortunately was missed. What would be a useful 3-pointer at this point.
Yeah. Well, we can use a big return here.
Well, we got our big returner back there.
He's been
time for number 3
in this game.
Yeah.
Andrew Marsh standing on his own goal line to field this kickoff from Spencer Barnett. And he's going to go short towards Zeke Berry, who will field it at the 10. Berry across the 20. And makes one-man miss, and then it's chopped down at the 22-yard line.
Well, it only took him 3 kicks to figure out not to kick it to number 3. Go ahead, Jason.
No, going back to that last defensive play there, you always want to stack it out, meaning that you don't want to be on the same level as a defense because you can get pierced like Arch Manning did. That's why you want to play on different levels, and that's what happened on that play.
Well, Wolverines now looking at 7-8 yards of football field with an even 5 minutes to go in the game, trailing by 11. Underwood in a shotgun with Kapana in the backfield. Snap. And Bryce is going to keep it and roll out to the right, looking downfield. He's going to run across the 25 and is chased out of bounds at the 28-yard line for a gain of 6.
Yeah, put him on the edge, see if you can get that defense to bite up. Maybe you're going to get somebody to break a coverage and you can get the ball downfield.
Wolverines will not huddle as they'll go straight to the line of scrimmage. Clock running with 4:48 to go in the football game. 2 receivers split to either side as Underwood takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking downfield, trying to point at his receivers and throws it. Is it picked off? It is picked off by Anthony Smith. His second interception, as he caught it right as he was falling out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That was one where a young quarterback needs to throw the football away.
Yep. He was trying to make a play. That one, it should have ended up in the 5th row behind the Texas bench.
As we look at the replay, and it does appear Anthony Smith had secured it with a foot in bounds. Unless we see that ball come loose at any time, but can't really see that.
No.
And now Texas has the football back with 4:33 to go in the game and an 11-point lead.
Yeah, and this is the point where, hey, they're going to try and take as much time off the clock. Play clock will be down to about 3 before they snap the ball. I'd be shocked to see them throw the ball downfield unless they're getting to a long down and distance.
Michigan with 2 timeouts, but in a world of hurt here. Manning in a shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off the clock, running right, and he dives forward and gets what he can, which is about a yard before Dom Nichols falls on him. And it looks like Michigan will immediately use a timeout with 4:26 to go.
They did take the second timeout of the half. Please set the game clock to 4 minutes, 28 seconds, 4:28.
Give Christian Clark a yard on that carry.
Well, I like the adjustments that Michigan's defensive ends have made in regards to being able to contain some of those runs that in the first half were bouncing to the outside. That was one. If Dom Nichols doesn't keep leverage on the outside, it bounces out and keeps it to a 1-yard gain.
Well, John, it's been quite a season for Michigan, which included a tumultuous last month.
It has, but I tell you what, the more I've gotten to know this coaching staff and what was going on, it's amazing. This is a 9-win team, and you don't just fall into 9 wins. They had a chance to win 10 here, and it's not over, but hats off to this coaching staff for what they've been able to do under the circumstances.
Second down and 9, a handoff to Clark running left. Cuts back against the grain when he's drilled by Cole Sullivan in the hole for a gain of, call it 2. Going to be 3rd down and long, and Biff Poggi, one of those coaches you just mentioned, has used another timeout. Give him a yard there, so it'll be 3rd and 8.
Thank you.
Well, John, hopefully the program's in good hands.
Yeah, I hope
Coach comes
so.
in with a good reputation. And see a lot of announcements over the next few days as far as staff is concerned. Certainly guarding your yard. Anytime there's a coaching change, the program's vulnerable. Coach Whittingham has met with every player individually.
Yeah, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of people over the next day, even tonight, keeping an eye on social media and ESPN to see, who's entering the transfer portal, who's not, who's staying put. And a lot of decisions to be made by the coaching staff, obviously, but by the players as well.
Well, the Michigan defense trying to get the football back here. They cannot stop the clock as they've just used their last timeout, trailing 38-27. And Texas looking at a 3rd and 8. There on be a long field goal from here to give Texas. It would be a 14-point lead. Manning goes wide receiver screen. He's got it to the 30 to his receiver, who gets drilled at the 29-yard line. That was Dalen McCutcheon, short of a first down by about 4 yards. So clock running now. Texas can let it tick down.
Yeah, they'll take it all the way down. I don't even know if some of these teams don't even know how to huddle up anymore. If I'm them, I'm huddling up. And
they're leaving the offense on the field. They're trying to get Michigan to jump on this 4th and 5 on the 29-yard line. 10 seconds left on the play clock, 3:45 to go in the game. Manning claps his hands. Michigan jumps into the neutral zone, and
yeah, but did they get back?
It looked like it. Wolverines pointing at Texas. Manning is arguing with the officials.
False start. Offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So right guard DJ Campbell. Back him up and make it 4th down and 10. This would be a 51-yard field goal attempt if they decide to go that direction.
Looks like they are bringing the field goal team out.
Mason Shipley's long this year is 53.
Well,
but he is just good. 1 of 4 from beyond 50.
Even if it's good, it's still only a 2-score game.
Yeah. I watched him during warm-ups. He's good out to about 54, 55. But this again, a 51-yard field goal attempt. With 3:42 to go in the ballgame, and Texas leading 38-27. Snap is good. Ball's placed down. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Mason Shipley from 51 yards makes it 41-27 Texas with 3:36 to go in the ballgame. Well, still time, but
there's still time, and obviously only 2 scores down, so hopefully you get a quick score here. I would expect that Texas is not going to kick it to Andrew Marshall just like they did last time. And so the offense will be out there. The key is going to be on pass protection, and Bryce is going to have to be able to get the ball downfield, so make some better decisions, put a little juice on the ball. It doesn't seem like he's throwing the ball with the same zip as we saw all season long. I'm not sure what's going on there. Some of it's just his footwork. It's been a little bit lazy this evening.
Well, a lot to work on in Bryce's game, but you see the ability?
Yeah. Oh, there's no question the ability is there. We've seen it in the run game. We've seen it in the pass game throughout the course of the season. There's a lot to be excited about, but it needs to be developed.
Look, Arch Manning's been outstanding, but he's sat for 2 years behind Quinn Ewers, and he's been the best player on the field in this game. This kickoff will go into the end zone and come out to the 25-yard line as kick goes over the head of Zeke Berry, and Michigan will take over with 3:36 to go, down 41-27.
You would love to see the special teams coach in that situation stack the returners in the middle of the field, and therefore it's hard to kick away from Andrew Marsh and just tell him to go where the ball is.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you try and kick it outside the hashes or even at the numbers, and who knows, maybe he mishits it, kicks it out of bounds. You get even better field position.
1st and 10, Michigan from their own 25-yard line, trailing by 14. 3:36 to go. Bryce Underwood in a shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking and delivers to Hogan Hansen at the 30, who tries to get out of bounds and can't as he gets submarined at the 34-yard line, a gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, when you get there, I know you want to protect the ball, but you got to be able to reach it out, see if you can get it out of bounds.
2nd down and 2. Back to pass is Underwood. Delivers down the middle to Hansen again, who's got it at midfield. And he is corralled there by a pair of Longhorn defenders. Move the chains and stop the clock with clock's still running. They haven't set the change yet.
Yeah, well, it's not going to stop on a 1st down until that 2 minutes.
Right. Back to pass is Underwood. Delivers. It's Hansen again, and this time he does get out of bounds, stopping the clock at the Texas 44-yard line with 2:57 to go.
This guy's got to get lined up, get set. And anytime you sub, Texas is going to be able to sub, and you got to wait for them to get in. It's just taking more time.
Underwood takes the shotgun snap. Back to pass. Texas rushing 3. Underwood bails out of there to the left, running downfield and steps out of bounds close to the 1st down at the 41, stopping the clock with 2:31 to go. Going to be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, boy, he's giving it to him at the 42. That's one of those situations where you'd like to see Bryce go ahead and pick up the 1st down. I know he might take a hit going out of bounds, but got to understand the situation, got to understand the down and distance.
3rd down and 2. Underwood claps his hands, takes the snap. They'll hand it off to Kapana. Got to get the 1st down, and he does. Inside the 40 with 2:08 to go. That'll likely be the last play before the 2-minute timeout. Indeed it is. 41-27, Michigan trailing Texas. With the 2-minute timeout, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolverines for the Texas 39-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This last call is presented by Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, welcome to Craft. Well, Wolverines still got a chance here, but they got to score quickly. And an onside kick and score again. That's all. 41-27, 2-minute timeout. Take a break with them. This is Michigan football from Learfield.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
When you're injured, the first thing you need is a huddle. The right offense, the right plan, the right call. For 35 years, Morgan & Morgan has been that huddle, fighting for the people and recovering more than $25 billion for our clients. This season, we're teaming up with the University of Michigan Athletics because the right huddle doesn't just protect you, it helps you win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Michigan Athletics. Injured? Just dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, Michael Hanna, 150 West Jefferson Avenue, Detroit, 48266.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Honey, did you pay the rent this month? Because I just received a late notice.
Sorry, what's that?
Wait, are you gambling online again?
Me? No, not at all.
If managing the bills and your betting has become a challenge, self-excluding from online gambling or sports betting might be for you. Learn more at don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wolverines open the season with a loss in Columbus. We're 2 minutes away from closing the season with victory over Michigan here in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Both teams playing shorthanded, down on the depth chart. It's been an interesting game, but Texas pulling away late by the play of Arch Manning, who's been outstanding in this game.
He has been, both through the air and on the ground. The last touchdown he threw was a dime. It was a tremendous catch, but it was a really nice throw. And then obviously the last touchdown that he ran, you see the speed that he has is running away from everyone.
He's 21 of 35 for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also 9 carries, 155 yards, and 2 more touchdowns. First and 10, Michigan from the Texas 38. Underwood takes the snap. Back to pass, looking at the near side, fires, and going high to come down with it is Donovan McCulley, but he can't stay in bounds. It's incomplete with 1:55 to go. It'll be 2nd and 10. They're kind of at the point of the game where you may as well just taking shots at the end zone, right?
Yeah, I mean, take some shots downfield. The pressure's going to be on the offensive line to be able to protect Bryce. Keep an eye on Colin Simmons right now. He's been lined up against Blake Frazier. Blake's done a really nice job of keeping inside on him.
Underwood takes the snap, back to pass. Going to deliver down the sideline again, looking for McCulley, incomplete, out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, or just throw a ball that can be caught in bounds.
McCulley got tangled up there with Warren Roberson. 3rd down and 10 for Michigan. Clock stopped with 1:50 to go. 3 receivers split out wide to the right, 1 to the left.
Just get a completion.
Underwood looking at a 4-man Texas front, takes the snap. Back to pass, delivers, caught over the middle. Deacon Tonelli at the 30-yard line with the clock running, 1:43 to go. The Wolverines looking at a 4th and 2. Not a hurry here, guys. They get to the line of scrimmage. On this 4th and 2 for the Texas 30. Underwood in a shotgun, come upon off his left hip. Back to pass is Bryce, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to scramble and dive forward, and I believe he's got the 1st down. Indeed, they're stopping the clock and moving the chains with 1:20 to go. Ball at the Texas 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Underwood's got him lined up. Takes the shotgun snap. Back to pass, going to deliver. Down this near sideline for McCulley. He goes up and gets it, but he's out of bounds once again inside the 5.
Find a way to give your receivers a chance.
McCulley is going to come out of the game and running that same route down the sideline over and over again. Peyton O'Leary comes in. He's split out wide left. Hogan Hansen in the slot. Kendrick Bell to the far side with Andrew Marsh. 2nd down and 10 with 1:11 to go. Underwood puts Marsh in motion. Claps his hands, takes the snap, back to pass. He's in trouble back there, and down he goes. Ball comes out, it's bobbled, and it's picked up by the Longhorns. And a big fella's got to go in the other direction where Blake Frazier brings him down. And that will just about do it.
Was he down?
Unless they rule Bryce Underwood down.
The officials are down the field. Oh, the beanbag is on the field.
58 seconds to go. It's either Texas taking a knee or we're going to get a replay.
On the field, a fumble recovered by the defense.
Are they going to review whether or not he had a knee down when he was hit?
There's a blue beanbag.
Previous plays under further review.
Now he's down.
Is he?
Yeah. Looks like he's down.
Yeah, it does look like he's down. Well, if you're Michigan, you may as well have the offense still in the field lined up and ready to run a play. Getting another look here. And he's got the ball secured there. He's still got it. Yeah, I think he's down. I mean, that replay, his back was kind of covering the football. You couldn't really see it, but I think this is going to be overturned. But Michigan will be looking at a 3rd down and about 30 from their own, for the Texas 42-yard line.
Not ideal.
offense is still huddled up off the Michigan sideline. Well, John, I want to thank you for another good season. Jack, Jason, Brian, Tony Butler, our engineer, Rob Joyce, all the other people that help out in the booth, Rich Marion, our spotter at home, statisticians, Bob Rossick and Bruce Motti, and the whole crew at Learfield. Well, it's been another fun year.
It's always great working with you, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's been great, and Doug, it's always a bunch of fun. Jason, love the camaraderie that we have, the back and forth. I'm a little disappointed that you called that first down play on fourth down to go.
Well, you called the first 2 plays of the game there, but
yeah, I had a cheat sheet.
Michigan offense is back on the field as Bryce Underwood's going to be rolled down here. And they wisely are lined up, so as soon as the whistle blows and the ball gets set, actually it's going to get marked from where he was first hit, which is at the 36. It's going to be more like 3rd down and 18 than 3rd down and 30. They're trying to get the spot correct. Like Roche, our lead official, still under the hood. It's pretty clear the teams have been told that this will be overturned. And here's the call.
After further review, number 19 had possession of the football in his possession with his knee down with 1 minute and 8 seconds. It'll be Michigan football, 3rd down. We'll subtract 10 seconds to 58. The game clock will start on my signal.
By the way, John, if you can, I'm going to need a ride to my car.
Sorry, I'm at Shambuckler Hall.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Catching an Uber at midnight.
Sorry, man. Yeah.
All right. Well,
finally got a chance to park in the coach's lot.
Did you? Oh, that's right. You were a coach. 3rd down and 18 for Michigan on the Texas 36-yard line. Wolverines are lined up and ready to go. Clock running now. Inside a minute to go. Underwood takes the snap. Steps up in the pocket, looking downfield. Is going to let it go. For Hogan Hansen down here, incomplete and out of bounds.
I mean, you gotta, if you want it to be complete, you gotta throw it in bounds. I mean, that's what, four passes that have been thrown out of bounds that you have no chance to complete.
If we just keep dinking and dunking, we will be down or probably have scored a touchdown by now, rather than taking the shots down the field. Texas is back. Yeah. Throw the ball underneath, let them catch and run until we get into the position that we need to be in.
It's 4th down and 19 from the 36-yard line. Michigan's last gasp here. Underwood back to pass, steps up in the pocket, going to let it go towards the end zone. McCauley, it's out of bounds.
7 yards out of bounds.
And that's going to do it. As Blake Frazier puts his arm around Bryce, frustrated. Bryce Underwood, Deacon Tonelli comes in to console his teammate. Texas will take over, and they are a knee away from ending this football game.
Well, there's a lot to be excited about moving forward. Nobody feels good about losing this game or the last game of the season, but when you think about Bryce and, just coming out of his freshman season, Jordan Marshall, Justice Haynes, if they get them all to come back, the offensive line with all the young players that they had played throughout the course of the year as Texas takes a knee, but it's, hey, Jake Mornero, I thought he did a great job tonight moving from guard to center. Caden Strayhorn played well. Blake Frazier. So
clock will tick down on this football game, and Texas will get a 41-27 win. And Kyle Whittingham, you're up. Wolverines finish the season at 9-4. Texas improves to 10-3. Lots to do here on the postgame show, including a trip down into the Michigan locker room. We'll hear from acting coach Biff Poggi. And of course, plenty to discuss. Jason Bott will catch up to some Wolverines down in the locker room. Michigan and Texas, the final score from here at the Citrus Bowl. The Longhorns 41 and Michigan 27. You've been listening to Michigan football from Learfield. Touchdown!
From the biggest of the big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go.
Run, James!
No. First base. Go.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest, from some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community. Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the field, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud sponsor of University of Michigan athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Step into luxury this January with a $275,000 Escalade giveaway at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Every Friday and Saturday from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., 2 lucky guests will win $250 in premium play and 250 bonus entries every hour. And don't miss the grand finale on January 30th and 31st at 11 p.m. One lucky winner each night will drive away in a 2026 Cadillac Escalade. Only at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
Welcome to the postgame show. Michigan football is brought to you by the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Learn how to play it smart when you're gambling. Visit don'tregretthebet.org. And by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm and proud partner of Michigan athletics. Now, here's your host, Rod Joyce.
Well, Texas scores the final 17 points of the game, and Michigan closes out the 2025 season with a 41-27 defeat here this evening to Texas in the Citrus Bowl. Coming up at the postgame show, we'll hear from Biff Poggi, Jason Avant will get reaction from the Wolverine locker room. We'll get analysis as Brian Bush chats with both John Jansen and Jack Miller. And we'll get the thoughts of the man who called tonight's game, Doug Karsch, after we pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Michigan football from Learfield. Well, Doug, for about 3.5 quarters, this was a very entertaining game. Bryce, with the 5-yard keeper, gave Michigan a 4-point lead with 10:56 left. And then pretty much everything after that, Arch Manning took over. The Texas defense made some plays. Your thoughts as Michigan's season comes to an end here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think we saw a case of two teams battling a pretty good football game. And one team has a quarterback with a little bit more seasoning, probably a little bit more ready for this moment, and Arch Manning made a bunch of plays, and congratulations to him. I think the way his season went and the criticism he took early in the year is a great template for Bryce Underwood moving forward. It's not easy being a Division I college quarterback, and those that hit the ground running usually have veteran teams loaded with skill position players and veteran offensive lines around them. And Bryce grew up with a bit of a young offensive line, and certainly, his best skill position player was Andrew Marsh, another young kid. So, if Kyle Whittingham can hold this thing together, bring this roster and defend now in the offseason as best he can the players he wants to keep around, you could see the makings of a pretty good team, specifically offensively. But bottom line here is, not quite ready yet, and certainly with what they've had to deal with over the last month, the kids are